jet la bro. Daja jet. Mincha ne mulu brother yadi. Mincha ne YouTube ma mulu brother Facebook ma so I say ba feel. Hi, she. Hi, she. Chingai da hey, chia de. Chingai de bai sa de. No, chỉ đủ win này bu lu, no win di ba thap bi sa dai nai ma. Mo na si lu pian mo lu. Phía se cheu ya bu tkin le do ba po a lai. Fa ko ba lu de. Hello wala. Ở đây nó gì không bảo mà đuôi đầu nó trôi trả hoài fan show wow ông là ông cũngยังmà ý là mấy đâu cũng nào vậy đó cũng mấy cái nhiều à chỉ nếu nó cày đấy chỉ đứa bò đi ra đấy đấy chạy đi ra mấy bộ ô có mà nó à hồi YouTube thì bây YouTube béo này nếu mà vào đây vào béo hoài đã nếu mà béo cũng là đấy
But one thing, guys, we keep playing together in every fucking situation, okay? Let's not give up. If you don't have to give up guns, let's not give up guns, okay? It's gonna be fucking crucial, believe me, okay? Let's close out the rounds when we can close it for free, okay? And we're playing good otherwise.
Well, straight into the fight, Hunter looking down into second middle. He's gonna.
Nó mà đi về là mà bây giờ phải được xe vào là thấy về rồi nó cũng mà bây giờ là bỏ đi. Oh, sorry bro. Definitely.
I don't think he's got to ask anyone to trust him. I think everyone's going to put faith in that he knows what he's talking about. Trying to get Falcons focused up. The third map is
We are Mesura te jabi.
They've just got to
See
see
the
the
element. I am the Lord.
This is a great trap, isn't it? You've got Mobs taking the first contact, but
utility though, there's Molotov on Tesla.
that's true. That'll force him into the open, but it's maybe just the sheer bodies here. But they go forward. They don't use the utility. And so Tessa just goes
use
down,
their
and this is
utility.
a limp start to the pistol round from Falcons, but Kiyosuke, he's patched them up, and they're going to be charging it towards that A side instead. Here comes the rotations. G2, one player through library, two up through middle.
It's so
Chỉ vô để xem plan này biết phải quan còn này. Nếu là đi pistol round là nine đâu rồi nó tập bộ đầm u rồi show qua rồi mà.
positioning Modesty in the back of the bomb site. Triangle setup.
But Tessa's going down.
Tí lại mà lu biểu rồi biểu lại đi.
Becomes pivotal for this retake
What the
opportunity for
fuck?
G2.
Cái này cũng phải nó cũng phải nhau này đấy. Mà này. Mà này này à.
Kicks it, burning, forced into the open fight.
Bây giờ này bị lại đi bây giờ này bị lại bị như này cả lại cả như này biểu hàng này chính là force sẽ làm đấy. Robot đấy.
Mounting a triple inside of the bomb site.
Yeah, this is wrong show why.
Pune
đi nè béo, pune béo. Hey, the way show em lấy ở biểu mà đây là chú ta 3 million cái đó mà béo.
It's Kiyosuke yet again. He heard us all talking shit about his Inferno, and he stepped up today. Kiyosuke is having a star performance here on Inferno, and now it's a 9-4 lead.
And that's the player we've all been waiting to see. So much expectations on Kiyosuke. And finally starting to show some of it at the right time of the year. He was
Nó chỉ robot rồi là out there. Sao? Roga.
It fell apart. They went ahead and they got Kiyosuke. They said they didn't want that to happen again, so they go out and they find the hottest prospect on the market. They paid the big bucks for him, and now he's delivering in big rounds.
Yeah, great return on the investment.
Just
Here's that utility we wanted to
enjoy.
see in the pistol round. Molotov towards Sandbag so they can take control of top banana, retake utility. A little bit of chip damage on Nico. But he's just going to be a presence here. He wants to keep these defenders frozen in place. He wants to keep them honest at this B bomb site.
Minute on the clock. Here come Falcons. Ready to surprise this G2 defense. Sevigo waiting on the balcony. No one coming his way just yet. Util's going to be put in place, but Kiyosuke the key to unlock
ကျမ rep
the
divine
sights
this
under
ပြ
the
တာ
wall.
ဘာ
Suke trying for that follow-up. Here's Heavy got blinded and cleared eventually by Tesses. And Falcons leap forward into the A bomb site and come away with every kill required. It is now double figures for Falcons on
ဒီ
Inferno.
လိုပြည့်တယ်လို့ပဲတော်ပြီစားနေစားနေဆိုရဲဆွဲဖို့လေချစ်လို့ပြတယ်ဆွဲဖို့တဲ့တဲ့တဲ့
is not delivering the goods.
ဟိုလိုက်မရှိဘာလို့ပါလဲခုနကဟိုဘက်ချန်နေသွားတာပါတယ်မလားအဲ့ဒါ
Is looking incredibly
စင်ကြောက်ကြီးတဲ့ဟုတ်ပါ
And this is where you go back to what we heard Nico say to the team. Right at the start of this half.
ဒီလားကြည့်နေတာရွှေဖားတယ်မဟုတ်ဘူးအတူထွားနေတဲ့ဖင်းကပြောင်းနေပြန်ပြီ UMP နဲ့ MP9 နဲ့ပေါ်တာနှစ်ယောက်ပဲကျန်တော့တယ်ကျွန်တော်လုံးဝ Falcon တွေနဲ့အသေးထည့်နေပြီဗျာ Falcon
This is the kind of situation Nico's talking about. They've already won the round. Every detail matters. Don't hand over an AK-47 that can be used
ဟိုကနေ
against
တော့
you.
ပေါင်းတာတဲ့ Rip base
And Falcons in double digits now with a 6-round
Why
lead.
what the punch you
Both pistols
ရှုံတာပဲသူတယောက်တည်း
an incredible
ကြိုက်နေတယ်
performance out of Monacy. 19-4.
လို့ပါတယ်
Star player performance out of Kyosuke on his weakest map. You have everything you need to bring us to Dust 2 on the third.
ဘောဖလက်ကောင်းမလားဒါမဲ့တက်အောင်လားဟုတ်တယ် over လောက်သေးလား G2 ရ
And G2 not
over
yet.
လောက်သေးလားဆိုအေးဟုတ်ပါ over ပေးထားတာတော့တော်တယ် pistol ရှုံးတော့ကြီးပြောင်းနေပြီ
Not much
တက်မအောင်သေးဘူးဘိုးရေ
around like this.
တောင်မအေး
You've got a
တက်မအောင်
UMP for mobs, everybody else
ရေးလေမိုးစင်းလေးလို့
SMG and pistols. It's just
Oh,
not
vale.
looking good here whatsoever.
Tú lo
So
dirás.
Falcons 11 rounds, the most likely outcome here at the end
ဒီ
of
ရ
round
ဖက်ကွန်
15.
ပဲထင်တယ်နော်ဥမဲ့တယ်just do ဆိုတော့လေကျန်နေပါနုလို့မနိုင်ဖန်လို့သေးပစ်တာ B2 လေတက်စုပြေထိုက်ရတယ် G2 ကစောနေရ
Overwhelm the apartments.
Yeah, Hull's control is a nice position to have in a round like this, and obviously getting it without any sort of aggressive stance from the defense up in Hulls.
မတ်
So
တော့
they
န
can
ပါ
be
ချာ
patient, and this
မုံ
is a
တက်
part of the
ပေါ့
map they can use as a staging area
မ
for
တော့
enemy
ရောက်ပြီလားခ
bombs
ဏ
and
နေအောင်လေ
release just to get
ကြီး
some
ပြောင်းတော့
information.
ချောင်းပြီးတော့
And
ကိုယ်စီတွေကပဲခဏ
Yeah,
ပြ
great shot. Need response and Kisuke provides as Matt is moving down middle.
အာရောင်ကြီး
Surprise is
USB နဲ့ရ
one
သွား
of
တာ
USP of all weapons, but
တိုက်
now he
ဘာလို့
doesn't
ဆို
just
ဖိုး
have
ပြီး
a
ပုံ
USB
တော့
as
အဲ့ဒါဘာပဲပြီးဆို
AK-47
ဖိုးပြီး
going
ပုံ
in
တော့
with a minute left.
ဒီတော့ဘာညာဝန်နိုင်ဝဂျီတူးနေတော်တော်လေးအမျက်ထွက်မှာနော်ချောင်းပြီးရေ the river the full တဲ့အနေထားမှာ Sun Pius ကလည်းကျွန်တော်ပြန်ပြီး rotation လုပ်လာဖို့လေဆက်ပြီးပြေးဝင်လာပြီးပြီးနဲ့ second box မှာတော့ဆက်ရှိဆို mob ကြီးသိမရှိဘဲနဲ့ထွက်ပစ်တယ်ဆိုတဲ့အနေထားမှာတိုင်မအောက်ပြီးသိဆို P9 smoke တဲ့ထပ်ထွက်လာတော့ထက်ရ57 span နဲ့ Nico ပြက် shot 2v 2တဲ့အနေထားမှာထိုးတဲ့ထပ်ပြ sneaky peek နဲ့ထပ်ထွက်ဖို့ကြိုးစားနေပြန်ပါပဲ
Pause button for just a little bit because Sampaio now arriving with that AK he found in Boiler.
You've got time to go for this. They're going to wait for this smoke to clear, and then we do have a 2-on-2 in our hands. No kit, so it's got to be fast, but Sun Pius can do the damage.
Yeah, it's tough. No utility either to force them out. So Falcons can sit deep. It's kicks in an
Top notch
unexpected
chill.
position.
လှည့်ပြတာ head shot ယူ
Attention towards
ဟိုမှာစု
the
ပြီးပြီလား
screen
ပါ
of
ဟိုမှာဘ
policy
ယ်လို
for
စု
the
ပါမ
peak.
လဲ
And it gets
ကို
a
ကြီးက
little
ပေါ်ပါတယ်
scary,
တဲ့
but
ကိုကြီး
it
စံ
is
ရော
a
ကို
lot
လေးတော့
A
အ
risky
ချင်းပြေလေ
position for kicks in, but he's got faith that his
အာ
aim
ဝ
is
လက်
to snap back fast
အ
enough
ချင်းပြေလေ
because
ဝ
the
လက်
team obviously
တချင်းဆို
will
ပြ
be
မှာ
able
လား
to protect him. And
ရှက်သွား
Falcons
ရ
work
ကြ
themselves out of a
စူ
tough
တော်ပြမဲ့လို့
situation.
ကိုကိုပြီးပဲဆိုတာများတယ်
Unlikely that USP was going to cause this round
ဟို
to
တက်
get
ပြတာကြည့်
dangerous,
ချင်
but
တော့အော်ကိစ္စ
it sure did. Good recovery.
It's a
again
so
from the
gay.
Falcons. These rounds have been tough for them.
ဟေးအဘောပါဟေးပြောင်း
11 to 4.
2v2 4 level 4ကိုပြန်လို့ရိုက်ခွဲပြနေတယ်
Dust 2.
20 and 4
ကဲ
performance.
စက
is
မ
what
နေ
here
စ
from
နေကိုညာ
Monacy.
မို့လို့ကြွေနေ
He was missing.
ဟိုက Evan was so
Over on
easy
H, he never got the weapon he wanted.
He do a
into
B
play, you
well
know,
and a B2.
not able to have those moments,
Double
those
lead
highlight
be
plays to
out,
get his team
ဟုတ်
going.
အလုံးတကြကထော်လာ
Sure,
ကြည့်
very
လား
frustrating first
ဝလက်
A much better Inferno here.
အဲ့ရပုံ
Couple
ကြီး
players without head armor. Unfortunately, one of the ones who does have it is Heavy God. However, the AWP is really exposed playing in lane. Sun Pius in trouble if Heavy God can't put a stop to this.
Oh, you've got to rely upon the Heavy God. He's been great for G2 this season. Well, blinded, held back, and they're going to run him down. Heavy God good for the first, can't get the second. Sampaio at least given the warning system. Hunter also delivering at least a kill, but it falls to Sampaio, and he will fall to Nico. That site is taken. Smoke is up,
2v3
and a
2v3
retake
2v3
not
စီက
going
ဘလက်မြန်
to
ပြီ
happen. G2
လို့ကမရ
in
ပြန်
this
ဘူး
is
မ
gone.
ပွိုင်ပဲထပ်ပြီးပေးရတော့မယ်ရှုံးတော့လဲအန်တာနဲ့လက်စူးကြတော့ဘယ်လိုလုပ်မလဲဘယ်ကိုမဲနိုင်တော့မယ်ထင်တယ်
Yeah,
Get
I
boogie,
like
yeah.
the conversation about this having a weakness form.
That
Obviously
doesn't have
something
to
they
go
worked on
choker.
coming into the major, and this time on Inferno, it's looking excellent. Nothing G2 can do. That is an overwhelmingly suffocating hit. Everyone being aggressive and
Alors, that's
everyone
an
pushing
example,
forward with
no?
trades.
ငါကောင်နဲ့ကျန်းတိုင်းနေရ
And Dust 2 seems all but secure.
ငါကောင်နဲ့ကျန်းတိုင်းနေရ
Eight
တက်တဲ့ကိစ္စမ
chances
ပါ
for
ဘူးဗျာ
Falcons to close out this map and move us on to the decider.
ဝေးရမယ်ဆိုတာ
And not even a hunt from Falcons. Decent amount of money in the back pocket, but not risking anything, knowing this call came in very early from Madison Malbs. No motivation to go spread around the map and find things. And the final timeout called by G2's defense. Inferno seems out of their reach, but they're going to get one last go. Some might just be calling him down for the next map, say, hey, forget about this one, we're too far back. Let's see what we can get. Straight together, see if we can get something going, but if not, don't stress, because we still have Dust 2 on the card.
This is over very boya la some point center ta em này đâu kìa we're gonna xong này chỉ có một gì ăn nào được one map bị đấy chứ nó vào là số thông thì tìm vị chỉ đúng là tới rồi nó còn thật tá xem bia đây vừa mà bây giờ mới quay nào nhau này không bảo gọi dậy nhị go dậy đấy mấy này là hạt thả chả không bảo anh cho sao cái làm là đi gọi gì thôi
Holds control again for Falcons. Kiyasuke and Tess is working that. Nico passive and Banana sees the aggressive stance from Malbs. Very mid-centric defense right now for G2. Hunter playing on Rap side. Sunpias boosted up and Heavy God right outside boiler door.
Kiyasuke blasted by the grenade. He at least got the one kill, so 4v4. Pressure for Nico, burning inside that top Molotov.
Got to extinguish. Oh, that's a good shot.
Yeah, risk taken to go out of the apartments, but he's got the pick on Hunter. Now the pressure's up.
Oh, yo, you test it. But my Louis guy point. Yo, I got those out. But 4v2, but over me out. Game to be bombing. You do not rush. Shall we? We want to crazy. So see it across the air. Ha. Yeah, maybe they don't. This is most of the image of your mom. As I'm easy.
In this series, it is their strength. They overcome it. And only one spot left here in the playoffs in Budapest. And it will be Dust that settles it.
Man. Shoot, game 3, Dust 2, bro. Yeah. Let's go, Dust 2. Shoot about. You shoot about me. Jump about Jam. Can I sound, no?
see the match. We see every restart behind it. You see lightning-fast reflexes. We see countless hours building trust. You see a single moment of triumph. We see the 1,000 failures that forged it. Victory isn't just the moment. We win because we reached it together. Level up as one.
I'm winning. I'm shooting my shot and I'm already grinning. You know that I'm one of them, one of you sending. You know you've been cutting, you know I'm ascending. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning.
The return of Area 51, Alienware's highest performance desktop yet, equipped with powerful Intel Core Ultra processors. Innovative architecture designed for ultimate gaming. Engineered to evolve alongside your game. Encounter the legendary Area 51 at Alienware.com.
Create a lobby by your own rules.
Show your support for your favorite team. Post on socials with hashtag MajorFans, tag Corsair, get featured, and win a Corsair gear bundle.
Depps, right?
I think it's Dubs.
Depps. I mean, no, but it's him. But
I have no idea.
what changed? I think his hair, and I think the glasses are fake, right?
It's AI glasses.
It's AI glasses. To be honest, I think it's something with the hair, but I don't know. Isn't this Kerrigan hair?
Ah, it is Kerrigan hair.
No, it's not.
Ah, like that.
Bro, but it looks like it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it the jersey, bro? The beard? Yeah.
Okay, so you have a beard. Okay. Ah, how do we fuck it up? It's pretty easy.
That's by far the worst stuff out of everyone.
Oh my god.
Wow, sexy boy.
Whose hair is that? Is that AW's hair? That looks like one of the guys on Perry's hair.
Oh. Beatbox machine.
What?
The beatbox machine, chicken shows. The piano.
Beatbox machine. Next one, we got art.
You know what?
Yeah.
The keyboard.
Yeah, the keyboard is missing. Yo, you have sharp eyes. Sharp eyes. I swear to God, I don't see anything.
What's your favorite animal?
Dogs?
It's a mammoth in the background.
yeah. Small animal.
Oh, okay.
So, why does he have like a tattoo like Martinez?
Yeah,
Tattoo.
Brock with tattoo. He doesn't. That looks good on him.
Yes, very good. Starladder, Berlin, amazing. That's the
Right.
Mouse, yeah.
Mouse
nice,
on the
nice,
mouse,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah. If it's not the mammoth, I'm good.
And we are
finished.
done.
Nice.
I see they do smoke, they have no kit, okay? I'm not picking long right now.
They can sneak short.
Short one. They have no... It's armor. Abs, I think. Short.
Two short.
Long class.
Hide. I did it.
Nice, boys!
Nice.
Fucking nice snaps! 8 bullets, Ilya. CT and ruins. You have small AK and Damian under you.
6 bullets. Stay close, Ilya.
6 bullets.
What do you hold?
Should be no kid, boys.
Yeah, but could be CT.
They should be playing together.
City one. City dead.
Nice! Let's go!
Nice, boys.
Good guys.
Just had a quick chat with Saw after that map, and what he mentioned specifically is that how hard Inferno is being played when you lose both of the pistol rounds. But one thing was about Banana, and he said that they had terrible trade frag potential. Always whenever they went to take Banana, they were losing a lot of entry kills, and they just had no numbers to equal the trades back into their favor. So this is something that he really emphasizes between the players, to be more on the same page, be together, be tradable. For Dust 2, he's saying that they need to go back to the roots of what they did for the first map, because that's when they played actually really good Counter-Strike. They played together, they had ideas, they were pushing for them. I asked specifically about energy. He said everything is fine, people are coming up with ideas, it's just hard to execute them when they are being done one by one.
What we all thought was a punish pick coming out of G2 sadly only ends up burning themselves. This was an emphatic response from Falcons. Individuals truly coming alive, and game is certainly on now, Jacob.
Game on. We have Falcons showing up to the server in a, I guess, like very nice fashion, in the sense that they felt coming into this one that they weren't necessarily favored on Inferno. They felt that they were backs against the wall. They felt and said to Stuku even, you know, we just have to try our best and hope that it's going to be good enough. That's kind of what you were reading out and reading in between the lines. So for them to come in and dominate in this fashion, to have your usual suspects back to doing what they normally do, m0NESY playing well, Kyosuke on Inferno having a good showing, that is a massive step in the right direction for Falcons trying to avoid disaster.
For Falcons to bring this one back to a 1-1 after the disaster that was Ancient is a testament to just really the strong resolve of these players. And really, that's been something that has been up for question regarding Falcons. Obviously, we can see their demons return, maybe in the tail end of Dust 2, so I'm not counting out an upset still just yet, but this is exactly what we ordered. This is what we want to see from Falcons, where star power is coming into play from people like m0NESY, where they're also just in control of the situations a little bit more.
Yes.
I feel like every time Malbs was going up Banana, he's just getting clocked by Kyosuke, who never was really confused about any of the plays coming his direction.
Let's dive into one of those individual moments then. Round 12 to end out the first half, and m0NESY making magic with a weapon we want him to be using a little bit more, right?
Yeah, it's been a talking point. It's been a big worry for me. Been a big worry when you look towards Falcons, the fact that he's been opting to go for the rifle more often than not, even on a map like Inferno, where it's negotiable. Like, you don't necessarily have to play the AWP on Inferno. You can get away with 5 rifles more often than not. Same could be said for a map like Mirage. This time around, though, he pulled it off. He picked it up. You see right here as well, it's actually at a point in the game where it's competitive. 7-4 for G2. m0NESY finds impact with the AWP. Picks off a player in middle, rotates over towards the smaller bomb side, and then he does what m0NESY does best. He's a highlight machine with the AWP. 2 nasty no-scopes through the smokes, jumps in, gets a headshot somehow, somewhere on the final player, and gets a quad kill in the round. I wanted to showcase this because this is what you want from m0NESY. Regardless of the map offering you to play the rifle, you are better when you're playing with the AWP. Your team is better when you're playing with the AWP. And just to note it into what's coming up as well, on Dust 2, that's a non-negotiable map. You have to buy into the AWP on Dust 2. You cannot afford not to do it, so it's good to see him stepping up, and it's a great sign for the rest of this matchup.
m0NESY had 0 op kills on Ancient, so to see him get 10 on this map is obviously pushing to the right direction. Obviously, like you said, Pimp, I mean, yeah, Dust 2, there's no question about it. I mean, I feel like he's warmed up into the server now. This probably is his best opping map that I've seen from him at the major so far. He's had little glimpses here and there, but in terms of just pure impact, especially on the CT side, stretching the margins, trying to play through the utility of G2, which was actually generally quite well placed. I mean, what do you even do to game plan against a guy shooting you through the smoke, or shooting you as he's getting mollied off, as he's getting flashed off, but still hitting those just pixel perfect shots? Like, m0NESY is the guy that just can make magic happen. It's really why we've praised him for so long. It really feels like simple. Like, just the speed at which he's able to pull off some of those shots, no one else is able to do that.
And I think for the sake of just a pure Counter-Strike highlight enjoyer, I hope the switch has flipped for him now, because it's been a very inconsistent but uncharacteristically inconsistent tournament for him so far.
It's really been one of the worst tournaments for him of the year so far. So to say it's bad for a little stretch is almost an understatement. Yeah, no, for this tournament, in terms of just opping, I've legitimately liked the opping of so many other players at this event over him. And that was a map that kind of reeled us back in. In fact, it's a way, like a regression to the mean, but in the right direction upwards. So
yes,
this is exactly what we needed to believe in m0NESY for the remainder of this series, and especially going into playoffs. Like, if you're cold on the op going into into the arena, what are we even talking about here for Falcons' chances?
And I just want to back you up, right? Because statistically speaking, it's a decent tournament for m0NESY. His rating has been all right, but it's the lack of impact with the rifle. It's the lack of impact with AWP that makes us say what we're saying right now. Because you could argue, him being at a 115, a 120 rating on average, that's not bad per se, but the eye test says differently. And more so, as I said before, Falcons is a different team when they have an AWP person. Teams have to respect it. Teams have to use more utility in order to gain map control, etc., etc. So for him to establish dominance and establish a presence on the map with an AWP, it doesn't only help m0NESY statistically speaking, it helps the rest of his team.
Shout out to Kyosuke in this one as well. We were talking about maybe some of the dire stats, but he's actually managed to put some history to good this time. It's the highest rated Inferno that he's had versus a top 10 team thus far in his career. So much impact coming out of him, and I want to see this continue for Kyosuke.
If I'm not mistaken, I mean, the last time he played Inferno versus Mouse was the worst map he had in a Falcons jersey. So
这点不bien fit 啊，那你有呢？这点分冇啦。啊 ，over 咧平常話，如果နောက်ဆုံးပွဲတော့ over ပဲ地ကြ話。over ပဲ地ကြ，冇မှ咩 switch တာ。အိနေတာတဲ့ခိုးပြီးတော့ကြိုက်တယ်。
for all of the plays of G2. And coming into this, I thought this was a clear win condition for G2.
That gets tricky.
G2 threw a lot of flashes, lots of volleys to set him up, so he's able to take space. But Kyosuke was just always the wiser one in every single engagement. It never even felt like Malb's got a real fair fight against him as he's trying to encroach on his position at Banana.
And I think we have to appreciate that. We have to appreciate the fact that it's very transparent that Saw and G2 clearly made a game plan to test Banana, clearly made a game plan to test Kyosuke. And we often talk about, having a weak link and being exposed. It's not often that we see a player actually step up to the occasion and be the difference maker in that regard. You can be the weak link, you can be a player that is more often than not getting targeted in certain positions, but then we talk about someone coming in and helping you. Could have been m0NESY backing you up with AWP, or you're trying to alter for the fact that you are weak in a certain spot. Kyosuke did most of it by himself. I know that Kixen would flash for him occasionally. He would be there with the manpower as well, but at the end of the day, it was Kyosuke winning the duel, stepping it up, and shutting down maps. For that, he deserves an awful lot of credit. Having only played 17 maps and facing, maybe he just needs to play a bit more, before he becomes.
We could talk about the issues for G2, but I do just want to forget them. I want to move to. I don't have too much time to talk, and I want to set this just to tell me top-level overview, Maui. What do we expect from both these two squads on this third and final map?
I would say that even though this season hasn't been as kind to Falcons on the map with roughly 50% win rate throughout the whole season, for G2, this is oftentimes their second, maybe third pick if they get it. Oftentimes, if their Ancient is or their Inferno is banned, they're going to this one a lot of the time. I feel like they came out pretty fortunate in this veto to get it, but I mean, Falcons, they're just beast on it. I mean, they play to their strengths. They play quick tempo. They take long control extremely quickly. Feel like G2, we see some tricks here and there, but I mean, you're against guys that are just so tenured on the map at Falcons.
I think the biggest issue for me when I look towards the Dust 2 from the G2 perspective is the fact that Sun Pairs is a player that is only getting enabled if the players around him does well enough in the rounds to enable him late on into the game. m0NESY is a player that will take a round with an AWP, he will turn it on his head, he will win the round by himself, he will be aggressive, he will do something proactively in order to win the round. Sun Pairs has had a decent tournament so far. He's been playing better than a lot of people expected. He was a big question mark coming into this tournament, so he deserves credit for that. But I have noticed, and I have seen in particular on Dust 2, that it's a player that requires players around him to set him up. It's a player that requires players around him to take attention, for him to come in with some of the more easy kills where they're running into his crosshair. That's where I feel the big difference is right now. Falcons have an AWP who can be the playmaker and win rounds by himself. Sun Pairs is only activated if the rest of the team is outperforming Falcons, and I don't really see that happen.
Just quickly in terms of the pressure as well, sure, an impressive response from Falcons, but also a necessary one. To me, Falcons out on top 8 of the major. I wouldn't believe you. They need to get this one over the line.
Falcons haven't made it to a playoffs in the Nico era yet of this roster. Of course, it's only been Austin prior to this, but for Zonic as well, I feel like this guy has struggled while donning the Falcons jersey. So many call-outs in terms of how is he even still on this lineup, and I feel like if anybody is under the pressure here, if you're Falcons, you're keeping Nico, you're keeping Kyosuke, you're keeping m0NESY. I think they need to start looking at Zonic. If you miss out in this match here,
it all goes down right here, right now. One of these two teams heading to the playoffs, the other packing their bags. It's all going down on Dust 2.
Well, we know the stories Nico versus Hunter. Cousins fighting for the final spot here. Some of the world's best players on the server. But there is one map, one chance. So why don't we do this, Budapest, one last time here in the group stages. G2 versus Falcons on Dust 2.
Oh, we're going to get started all right. Look at this aggression. They're pushing right into it. G2, they want to get some energy out early. They want to take control of this map right at the start, and it's been spotted out. Kixon sees everything. He knows everything that's happening, so pick up the pace towards B.
Yeah, Heavy God dropping the defensive smoke. They run him down, and Heavy God stays composed behind the cover.
Sabi.
In his face, but he's still alive, and his teammates rotating over to try and help him, but it's Kyosuke again!
ဘုံဘုံဖက်ကုန်များတယ်မောင်းကအကောင်နဲ့ကြာတာဟာမတူလို့ပြပြီးတော့ဆက်ကြောင်အောင်ရမှာဟာ
But die at the hands of Kixon. Kyosuke cannot
Who's he
be
met
stopped on the server today.
Are we witnessing him come into his own after the early start? The
That's
time he's had
somebody,
in Falcons, is this where it finally all
somebody.
clicks and kicks in? After Inferno, he just builds upon it in this pistol, finds Heavy God hiding in the smoke, finds the follow-up trade kill, holds off the retake entirely. And he hasn't missed a beat from the previous map.
Straight into it though for G2. A scout coming out here for some bias. Pistols around it. Big problem for Falcons in the first map was they stumbled and didn't really get it going after a pistol round win. But they have got an opportunity now.
They got both pistols on Inferno, so 3 pistols in a row for G2, or I mean, excuse me, for Falcons. That's a huge pain point for G2.
ဘယ်အောင်နေကြတဲ့ကိုရ PC game မှာကိုကမောင်းဝင်တာနဲ့တွေ့လိုက်တာဟာဟုတ်လား
Here at the major.
20ကျော်ရမှာဗျာ
G2
ငေါတရားရော
got destroyed on this map by the Mongols.
ငါးတွေကသွားရှုံးတာ
To put them in this
မမရှိသေးတယ်မမရှိဘူး300နာမယ်893ရနာမယ်
And over towards long we
17ကြပြန်လာမယ် arena အကြီးနဲ့ပြန်လာခဲ့မှာ
They've avoided any dangerous pushes. They've made sure they don't get picked off. Nobody's taken significant damage. So now we can settle into this round with no real concern. Smoke's left on the ground, but if they don't pick him up now, they're not going to have the chance to throw him and delay this long play.
Blocked for now. 45 seconds on the clock here. Falcons just going to go through it. Yet to be spotted, yet to be detected as Nico is getting ever closer to the A site. Kixon coming up late through middle on the Xbox. There's the peek up, and there goes Hunter. Oh, Kixon can't get the follow-up, but his teammates have now arrived on A, and Nico tapping away on Heavy God. The scout of Senpai is pinned here. Looking like it shall not pass any further. It is Nico just keeping it cool, tapping, and then his teammate let me handle this one up. And he's got to kill up Mantis.
Those taps aren't what they used to be, huh?
သူကပဲဘယ်ချင်းလဲပဲ17ညမနဲ့အပိုင်းအလုပ်ရှိလို့တော့17ညဟိုလောက်
Just getting the one kill, getting tons of
ရှစ်
information.
ခွဲ
Two players on
ဟာမဟုတ်
might have heard the mid player as well, so plenty of
17
information
ခွဲ
passed over to his team to know that it was safe to scale up the ramp.
မြန်မာအချိန်17ခွဲ
Walk in the corner boxes.
17ခွဲ1ခွဲ17ခွဲ1ခွဲအဲ့လိုလာမှာ
G2 will chill out with just
နေနှစ်ပွဲ
armor, saving as much money as possible.
17ခွဲပဲလာ
Bias keeping flush with cash so he can try and grab the AWP as fast as
and
possible.
outside I'll take it deep breath
It's quick out long. Already Tessas moving forward. Look at the amount of damage done to Nico from that grenade combo.
Yeah, Nico will have to play the early stages passive, especially against the pistols now that he's softened up. Might even take the scout from Monacy and get the pit
တမလို့အပါပါတဲ့မှာမနိုင်နဲ့ဟုတ်ပါဘူး different ဖြစ်နေမယ်နော်အဘယ်လိုများဟုတ်ဒါကြီး eco drawing
Although now they hear the smoke,
this is what decide that
come out, everyone shifts back. One single flashbang on Heavy God to push them through the smoke, but
The
the
low
timing
man.
has to be perfect.
ပြစ်တော့လေအာနောက်ကြပါကြီး
He's already made it over to the site. To line up the Molotov, gets blinded. Here's the swing. Tessas, Nico, and Monacy with kills for Falcons. Only a single frag goes the way of G2. 5-7 can't compose itself. Tessas better on the rifle. And Falcons keep it clean for a 3-0 lead on Dust 2.
Yeah, now we gotta get into the gun
အော်
rounds.
တခြားပြစ်လာမှာကွာ
Final
SC1 ရံပေါ့မိုးလင်းမီပွဲတွေဟုတ်တယ်
3-0 start.
မိုးလင်းနေပြီ grand final နဲ့17ခွဲပါ
Coming out for Sun Pius immediately. How do they want to open up this defense? What philosophy do they operate
ကိုပြနေရတာလားကိုပြမှုရှိုးတာ
Did somebody bring a goat? Oh, it's a B rush. Oh, no, I was wrong. They're going to pause it. That would have been a little bit crazy in the first gun round, so Monacy just keeps things chill. One at the angle for the AWP.
ဟိုက်မကြီးတက်ထားတယ် Texas ကလောင်းဘယ်ကိုကြည့်နေတယ်အဲ့မှာရောက်နေဘေးဘောတာ Oh my god ဒီတော့မကြိုးစားနဲ့ဘဲကိုရိုက်ခွဲလိုက်တယ်ပို့ဆိုတာ LD control ကိုပါချက်ပြီးတော့ရထားသေးတယ်ဂိမ်းတူတော့မှမရှိဘူးလားဂိမ်းတူတော့ရှိတယ်ဂိမ်းတူတော့ SpeXtres ဒီ main channel ရကြသွားတော့ဟိုအောင်သွားတာ SpeXtres second ကိုရောက်သွားတာအခု violation ခဏခဏထိနေတာဂိမ်းတူမဟုတ်ဘူးမနေ့ဟိုဟာတည်းကရှိတယ်8နိုင်ခွဲတည်းရှိတယ်နောက်ဖိုင်နေဘဲနေလဲဂျင်းစင်မ14ရက်နေခုပြနေမဟုတ်ဘူးလူပြနေတာဟာဟင်းပါပေး message လေး Telegram လောက်ထားမယ် Telegram group လေးလည်းဝင်ထားလိုက်ဟုတ်လားအဲ့ဆိုရင်ကိုပြနေရမပြနေတာပေါ်တာသိသွားမှာပေါ့လို့ချက်ဖြတ်ပြီးတော့
So it's Monacy left in the fight alone.
ပေး message လာမယ် Telegram ဝင်လာအဲ့မှာ note ပေးမယ်နော်ဘယ်ရောက်သွားလဲပေးလာလဲဆို
This is
ပေး message ထပ်လို့
one of the more difficult rounds. I mean, Monacy in these clutch situations. Not
and I think
he gets away with a chance, and so backtracks away, and Sapias gives him the respect. He repositions, he falls back, and Monacy just gets spotted on that retreat, and Sapias is off. Comes.
အဲ့ဒါဝင်လာလိုက်နော်ဘာကောင်းလဲတဝဲဖြစ်အောင်တော့ပြစ်လိုက်တော့ပါဘရောဘာဒါကောင်းပြန်ဟုတ်လားဒီမှာဝင်ထားတယ် BMA free solo အပုတ်ဘာဗီဒီယိုဘာကြီးလေတချင်းလာဟုတ်ပါ
It's really lovely work up on the boxes. Easy one for Mattis. The follow-up spam through the smoke. And Falcons' early attempt to batter down the B-bomb site defenses goes awry.
Over and over လေဒါပို over white တေချာ white ဘာလို့နှစ်ပွဲ over တစ်ပွဲ and ဟာဝန်စီနဲ့စမ်းပါရတဲ့အောက်ရှင်ပြတဲ့အချိန်မှာဆရာသမားစမ်းပါရကြီးကတည့်ရတိုင်းဖင်ပြောင်းနေတာထောက်ထားတာကိုပြည့်ရမှာဟာစကန်နာပါနေပါစကန်နာကပြည့်ဂလူလာတာဟုတ်ကဲ့ကိုကြီးဟိုတို့ဗီဒီယိုပို့စကောင်းပါဟဲ့ဆိုတော့ကြအောင်နေတော့မင်းသားလောက်ပါလားဟာမိုင်းတယ်
being the tip of the spear on the opening with an AWP.
You do jai la. That's the dude. You do jai. Very good jai. But over different fan.
And now that they have catwalk control, now that they have mid control over towards Xbox and some kind of safety, if you're Falcons, you can really try and seesaw this defense. Apply pressure towards short, make them a little bit nervous, make them a little bit panicked. Also apply some pressure towards middle and make them guess. Make Hunter make a decision of where he's going to defend. And they disappear back into the B tunnels. So there's the smoke for a mid to be split, but it's not even going to be any kind of alert whatsoever. All five coming into the B tunnels, and the defense is concerned on the other side.
Yeah, 30 seconds left for the finish here for Falcons. They're getting ready to go. Utility's going to start raining in, and so will the players now. Heavy gone. Looking to control this storm, though, as he's got himself two.
Yeah, go yai that, huh? Well, go yai that be like that. You just be no. Yeah,
back-to-back rounds. G2 shuts down any kind of
attack. G2 ne pin piao wa bi.
Is perfect. That should be a lot of
pressure. Oh my god. Oh, but so what you are pro sim ma. Ba bi de that twi piao ha, that twi.
I'll tell you what. That's actually a really painful round for Falcons to lose because that mid to B smoke pulled the fake. Got him exactly what they wanted to. One defender comes out of the B bomb site, one stays in. You have as weak as that defense is going to get, and you still can't crack through. Time to look elsewhere, and at least in this round, you won't have anything to do it with except for Monacy's off. So all eyes. Okay, Sampai's going for the scout. He's going to look. It's a weak buy. I'll take the weaker. The weaker.
Media bit there. Media never. What did what?
An AWP and an M4 on the CT side. Monacy, the only weapon worth talking about here for Falcons.
Somebody only are from a time pen and she do. We're going to never decide where we're now.
This whole round is like Monacy is just like playing chess.
Pelgo modo.
Figure out how one of these guys with the deagles or the glocks is going to jump for you to give you the time to peek, jump for you to bait out a shot from the off.
Personally nego chai la.
Scale up catwalk.
Very
passive defense from G2 with the understanding that
it's likely pistol around it. ချက်ဖုန်းဆက်ပေးမယ် okay ကဲဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်ဒီမှာအချိန်နေကြည့်ရမယ်ဆိုတော့ G2 အနေနဲ့ CT ဘက်ကနေပြန် round ရတဲ့အချိန်တွေကောင်းတယ်ဟာစမှုကြီးကန်နေကြီးကြီးကိစ္စသိတော့မရှိပါဘူး short ပဲလာပြီးတော့ပြန်တော့ထောက်ထားလို့ရတယ် Kyosuke ရဲ့လက်ထက်မှာဒီခဲ့တယ်ကျွန်တော် Monesi off နဲ့ပဲ Glot 3 less ရနေတာမှာ Kyosuke D တစ်ခုပဲပါတယ်၄ယောက်လုံးကလည်းဘာမှမပေါ့ဖိမြောင်အာမာနဲ့ပဲဆိုတော့ Monesi off လေးတစ်ခုဖြစ်သွားရင်တော့တစ်ခုပေါ့လေလုံးလို့ရအောင်ဆိုပဲ Monesi off လေးကိုထည့်လာတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဆိုတော့ body ပေါ်ပြီးပြီးတာတွေမျိုးတော့လုံးလို့တော့မရဘူးဒီချိန်နေမှာဟုတ်ပဲပဲဟိုတော့သူထဲတယ်သူထဲပဲဟာမိုက်လိုက်တာဘာလို့တော့ကြာလာအဲ့စမှုရဖြတ်တဲ့စမှုလည်းမဟုတ်စီလီအုပ်တဲ့စမှုကြီးဖြတ်တဲ့စမှုဟာမနစီကမီးတွေကြားထဲမှာမျက်လုံးတွေပါမျက်ရည်ဝဲခံပြီးတော့တောက်လျှောက်ပြီးနေဆိုပေမဲ့ဘလူးမှလည်းထွက်မလာဘူးမုံလုံးကြီးကလည်းစားအောင်မယ်ဟေးအောင်ရေးရမ်ဘူစ်လေးကလည်းဖေးသွားသေးတယ်စောက်တလွဲကြီးပြသွားပြီးတော့ကစ်ဆက်မုံလုံးကြီးတော့တလုံးပြောစုကဲဒီမှာဂလော့နဲ့မထူးထွက်ပြီးပြေးလာပဲ
And some bias, he's under a decent amount of pressure here at the car and might not want to repeat.
ဒီကိုသေးမရမယ်နော်တေးမနစီကတော့ကောင်းပြီပြီးအော်လောအပိုင်ပဲပြန်စီးလာလိုက်ပြီကို HP နဲ့ပစင်းမြောက်ကြီးကိုသုံးသက်ဗျာ personally မြောက်ကြီးကိုသုံးသက်မြောက်ကြီးကမဟုတ်ပါဘူးမြောက်ကြီးက game နဲ့ပတ်သက်ခလေးတယောက်လိုပါပဲခလေးတယောက်လိုပဲသူကလည်းစိတ်ကောက်တတ်တယ်သူ့အမူကြီးကခလေးတယောက်ဆိုမှသူကအသေးဥဆောင်နေအင်္ဂလိပ်ရဆိုလူကြီးဆိုတော့ experience နဲ့ဒါဟိုဥဆောင်ကြည့်နေရပါတော့
Out of Falcons as Zonic wants to talk things over.
တွေ့ကြုံနေရတဲ့ရဲများနေပါပြီမြောက်ကြီးတော့က တိုင်းမှုနဲ့ကိုရဘောလို့ကြိုက်တဲ့ site ဟဲ့ဟောတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုတော့ရဲအတင်းနဲ့တေးကိုမတက်စေချင်တာဟာကြိုက်တယ်တော့အဲ့ဒါတော့ကြည့်ရတာဟမ်ကဲ93ဟိုကဗီဒီယိုကနေပလက်
So you haven't created a weakness there for Kixon to call off of.
လုံးပြရနော်ဟုတ်တယ်ကြီးတို့လုံးပြတယ်လာပြုတ်ပေါ့
Job rebounding after the pistol round loss in the ensuing 2 rounds. And here we go into round 7. Long spawn if they want it.
Double op setup. We'll see if it works out for some bias and Heavy God. Monesi holding that crossover. If he goes back into the repeat, some bias is waiting to punish. Monesi surely aware of that. Smoke gonna go down to the doors.
ဒီ cross waterfall smoke က meta အစ်စ်လားအရင်မတွေ့ဘူးလို့ပဲဟုတ်တယ် meta အစ်စ်အဲ့ smoke ကြောင့်လို့တာလေ control ကတိတ်ထက်ရတော့အဲ့လောက်မထင်ဘူးစားဟုတ်တယ်သူစိတ်ကောက်နေကောက်နေဘိုရာကြီးကြော့ကြော့ပြီးစော့ပြီးရလားဟုတ်ပါသူစိတ်ကောက်တယ်ဆိုတော့သူပြစ်ချက်တွေဘာညာတွေမသူသားစိတ်ကောက်တယ်လို့ကြော့လို့ကြော့ကူကြီးကောင်ကြီးမကြီးကြော့စရာတော့မလိုတော့ပါဘူးသူကအော်ကြီးနဲ့လီလို့လား double set လေဒီလူကိုစကဘယ်သူလဲဒီလူကိုစကလားစောဒီ S အောင်မြင်ခဲ့တော့တကယ် coach တကယ်လုပ်ပေးခဲ့တဲ့ coach ဘာဝင်သိနေပဲ
Good first headshot. Mobs not able to get a second. Able to take Monesi out of play. He's staying here at the car and this
time Kosuke ပြီးပြတယ်ဖင်မပြောင်းနေစမ်းပါရဲ့ကြီး
Nasty from Kyosuke. Smoke down for the cross. Nico's going to back.
အဲ့ချိန်မှာ ultima နဲ့တယောက်ဟိုးနေသေးတယ်အဲ့ဒီကအဓိက open ညဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက် retake ပေါ်တော့တော်တော်ခက်ပါပဲရအောင် defense မှာရမယ် hunter နဲ့ဟိုကနေအေးသေးပြီးပြင်ပြောင်းပြီးတော့ CD ကနေ run နေပြေးပြေးချင်းလမ်းရှောင်နေတယ်
What is the final play of Falcons?
Short မှာ medicine နဲ့ by 1သွားကျွေးရမှာဗျအေး short က kit တော်တော်ကောင်းနေဗျ by 1တော့ကျွေးလို့မရဘူးလုံးဝအသိမတာ 1 versus 3ဆိုတော့ Nico off နဲ့ပဲ handle ဆုံးသက်လိုက်ရင်းနေပဲအမားတွေဆိုတာမှားတာသွားရင်မမစီးသူများနိုင်ငံတွေလို့ stage နဲ့ပွဲလုပ်ပဲ share ပဲနော်share ကြည့်ရမှာကျွန်တော်စီဒီကွန်ဆယ် waterfall ဆိုအသိညော်တာပဲဗျငကိုတဲ့ဒီတိုင်းမှတ်ပါဆိုအသိညော်တာတို့ဒီထားမယ်ပွဲအများကြီးပြပြီးတယ်ညီးရမတွေ့ဘူးပဲချစ်တော့ဘာနာပါလို့လို့ပါပဲတော့စိုးဆိုတော့တိုင်းသားပေါ့လေဟိုကကိရင်ကျုပ်ကကြည့်ရလားအဲ့မှာစိုးတာရှုပ်ကိရင်ရုပ်အဲ့ဘော်တော့ချင်းလေ
Doesn't look like either team during these stretches has been dissuaded
whatsoever.
Neither team is going to be giving up here on this third map.
You going yeah, somebody ha.
There's nothing else left in the year.
What you got pin down one, eh? Have you got your feet at the. Chị gà là tỷ rồi. Thằng nào biết lập bài cho nó còn lại lập một bài rồi. Ha, đi cú phết lửa là giàu ý. Ta lại được một hai cái mẹ cú. Thế bọn community ở đây số bộ mía rồi. invest လုပ်တဲ့ sponsor တွေကလည်းအဲ့ဒါပဲ invest လုပ်ကြမှာပေါ့နော်ကျွန်တော်စီကCS ပြပွဲတစ်ပွဲလုပ်လို့ရေတဲ့ပလုံလို့ပဲချလိုက်တယ်လို့ပတ်စံအဲ့လိုပဲဘာမှတိတ်ဘာမှရှိမှာပေါ့ mobile sponsor တွေဆိုလဲ internet data တွေဘာညာ sponsor ပေးရတော့သူလည်းဘာညာရှာတယ်
I like the idea though. I like the assertiveness.
reach ရောက်တယ် feedback တွေပြန်ရတယ် Sunfire
Looking
scheme
particularly spicy on this map. They're both
Kimchi.
looking for fights. We know Dust 2 lended itself to that.
ရှင်းတိုင်းသားလေးစိုးစီမှုသက်စေမျိုးသားဖက်ပေါ်ကပ်တယ်ဟာမဟုတ်ဘူးမြန်မာတွေကြီးပဲစွန့်နေရလို့ဒီမှာမြန်မာပရိုစင်းဘုဘကြတော့မြမုတ်ဆိုးတို့ကိုစကဆိုးတို့ကရင်တိုင်းသားကြီးဒီဘက်မှာကျတော့ကြောက်စေသားဟုတ်တယ်ကျော်စမ်းလည်းပါတယ်I don't know မန္တလေးသားတို့ဘာလို့ပေါ်ရောက်သွားလို့
I would too if I could hit shots like him.
တော့ဒီစောက်ဘောလို့တင်ခဲ့တော့ဒီကောင်လေးဆိုကောလို့ပြနေဟုတ်ပါသူကမနစီလောက်တော့မနိုင်ဘူးဆိုရင်တော့စမ်းပါရက်ကတော့စောက်ဘောပါပဲဒီမြန်မာ CS ကလည်း break ခဲ့လာမယ်ဒါတွေပြီးမှပဲမြန်မာ local CS ပြပွဲလေးပါညာလုပ်ဖို့ရှိဒီခါလာရင်တော့မြန်မာ local CS ကို animation လေးနဲ့လုပ်ထားတယ်ပေါ့နော် graphic animation runner လေးနဲ့တစ်ချက်လုပ်ထားသေးတယ်အဲ့ချက်ကြည့် quality လေးဖြစ်အောင်တော့ကိုလည်းကြိုးစားနေရပါရှိတဲ့အားနဲ့ပေါ့
Yeah, Mona's is looking forward though, isn't
Oh! Goပြပြွာကိုလူကိုတီးသေးတော့ဖေးပြောင်းပြီးတော့ force ရနေတော့ test ကြီးရတယ်လုံးဝ Oh my Madison Sunfire ပဲခွဲလိုက်တယ်စီဖို့ကောက်ပြီး B-side ထဲဝင်သွားတယ်ကြိုးစားနေ B-side ထဲမှာ Sunfire ရလည်းတဲဆောင်နေဖင်းပြောင်းရှော့ဒီစရာလို့ဆိုတာလေ test ကိုပြောတာနေပဲ
They got so disorganized and lost. They wanted to move up catwalk, but a perfect timing blocked them off and took that idea away. They didn't
Look, good morning. I'm brave. Now I know see. Now I know see. So yes, I see.
Everyone crossing. Monacy actually hits the shot through his teammate. Mobs gets brought down to 16 HP.
Teammate ပြောင်းသွားMonacy. တက်နိုင်လေနော်ဒါတော့ဖြစ်မှာပဲစင်းတဲ့ကောင်လေးစင်းရမှာပဲမစင်းမှလည်းမတက်ရက်တယ်ခက်ပြောင်းသွားပြီပဲကျွန်တော်တို့ကခက်တာကိုမရမကဆော့ကျင်တာကိုကလွဲတာဆော့ပြီးဖွင့်ချောင်းရတာများတယ်တော့ဝိုင်းဟုတ်ပါဒါတော့တော့ကအဲ့လိုပဲလေကျွန်တော်တို့က game တွေကလည်းတကယ်မှ game company တွေကလည်းစီးပွားရှာမှန်းကောင်တွေဖြစ်သွားပါပဲကျွန်တော်တို့ Caban နဲ့တော့မတူဘူး Caban တွေးရနေတော့မတူစီးပွားရေးကုမ္ပဏီတစ်ခုကလုပ်တဲ့ game တွေဖြစ်သွားအဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်လူအများကြီးဆော့မယ်ပျော်ပပလုပ်လို့ရမယ်ပုံစံတွေတီထွင်ညကျွန်တော်အဲ့လိုမဟုတ်ကျွန်တော် game ကျွန်တော်အရသာ game ဆိုရရတာအပြည့်ဝရတဲ့ game no business bro Caban game နေပဲ Caban လုပ်ချင်တာလုပ်မှာကျပူကြီးပဲကောင်ကဝတ်တီးပြတီးစရာဒီမဲ့ mob sign မယ်ဟုတ်ပါကိုဝမ်းနေတော့တော့မဲ့ရဆက်ငင်လို့
not able to capitalize on the opportunity to get the bomb planted and get into
ဟိုကခေါ်ပြီးစက်တင်နဲ့လောက်တာစိုးစားနေတာဟိုကလည်းဘလူးလောင်နေဟိုကလည်းမလာတော့ဘူးကျွန်တော်စီကဘာဖီပြရေးတဲ့ဘလုံးပတ်စံချလိုက်တော့အတန်ကြာအောင် CS ကကြ invest လုပ်ဖို့ကြတော့မလုပ်ကြဘူးကို community လေးကလူလေးနဲ့စုဆက်ပြီးတော့လုပ်တာအဲကြောင့်လေ community ကပြိုင်တဲ့ counter ပြိုင်တဲ့အသင်းတွေဆိုလဲ price ကိုမကြည့်ဘဲနဲ့ဒီမှာ honor ဖြစ်ဆော့ကြတာပေါ့အဲ့တဲ့နေ side ဆောက်နေမျိုးနေလို့ရတယ်စပက်လူကောင်သူတော်တဲ့ဟိုဘက်နိုင်ပါရဲ့ဒီစီကင်းကြတဲ့ဈေးတွေကြီးပွဲလို့ PC ဆယ်လုံးအောင်လို့ဒီဟုတ်တယ်အဲ့လိုနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီး MSI တို့ဘာတို့ကလည်းအဲ့လိုမစဖို့ပေးဖို့ရရှိပါတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့တခြားဖြစ်မြောက်လုပ်ဖို့ပဲလို့အခုညဖုန်းကြီးကြောင်းတယ်ဘယ်သူပို့တကိုကြီးလဲဝက်လက်အဲ့ဒီမှာစူဆိုင်မွန်စီကလောအဖေကိုမတည့်ရ smoke disable လို့လည်းပါတယ်
That's why we have seen Falcons win more than one round outside of the first 3 collected.
Yeah, it's the benefit of that pistol though that keeps them this close.
Baby, I'm going to be the champion, man. Huh? Walla, says.
Clear that close, short corner.
Okay. Is I don't like no book on my hand. I wish you have that. She has more older. How Sampa is in Texas school, though. Man, like DCR show is running.
He's had that look. He had it a long time in the previous round. I think that's his kind of mindset. Let me play middle. They're not being on top. They're keeping the mid double door smoke of landing getting able to peer over the top of it towards the back of catwalk. That fight's going to be available to me. So Sun Pius, that's a great decision to start.
Nico not rotate my yara man. Nico the rotate man am di. Me do be spoke like me. Chen listen a second to count the decision making lot. Be win up low no. Win man out there. Me do be a face of that ji.
Have got Nico still over towards the tunnels. And Hunter's just moved out of position just as Kiyosuke comes in.
On that day, I wish he had TV like that.
Now it's Mobs' turn. And he's out long. Had a couple of great moments throughout this.
It's a Nico lurk though over in middle. He's in lower. There's 3 players that are going to be coming through either double doors or CT spawn. So Nico's going to have his chances. And they need him to deliver in this situation.
You know, remember the way my hand, I don't know, get about who you know. So little way, how well that. No, my judges, yeah. We don't want to work, yeah, when I work, yeah. Somebody don't reach the gym, ah, so what your Giro Machito? Ah, here we, let me know the eye. Hello, you sure are. Ah, Pamalu, Tanaga, we love you, over Diago. Yuria Ane Jagala, Yuria Ane Jagaro. Asi Laser. Yuria Ane Jaga, Mara Lazy. You don't know 9 minutes with the Chamanina. Felt completely by the lady, grand final, but do the two. Raw over. Ah, so Bolu show me like that, yeah. Ah, Bori, hey. Somebody, oh, your Tiama, so ball. Yeah, when I think your boy look with it.
Being the difference.
They tell them.
Nico this time. And the game is tied again. We take a look at G2.
Good Myanmar thing the sponsor she was. These are Myanmar thing here. So location sponsor she is. Location sponsor. Star City do the solo, yeah. Time location machine. All the mural machine, no? All the machine.
Give them the best shot at taking a lead here on Dust.
Who are very every Lazare, Elumiro machine, internet, Elumiro machine. Location and Mitagaro. We are PC specific. Machine.
Haven't been able to make it work yet. Haven't really been able to clean any kills up on their progression.
Go sign up when they are. You can now one go women. Maybe over another tell another another over and over na boy.
But Sampaius' op is here as well, but his attention will be pulled between long and short when this execute comes in.
Take it, see bread. Just don't know now SpeXtres seconds or a page go yawa, no? I thought the game the live G yawa Telegram when I know the bare go am no the on be am Telegram the page go yawa the now SpeXtres second or yawa. I thought violation team are the media nene. He's a Giro, the poem Giro, do that. See the rhythm she will be see one. Even catch a Giro, neither me a phone never saw Jar. If you're a generation, did it. This also few years been Helia, somebody. Oba.
So 6-5
and
G2's gonna have a hard time with the money going into the final round. Only a one losing built up, and everyone's already bought down to the brink of bankruptcy. So it'll be these 2 M4s and likely pistols, maybe some SMGs. Even in round victories, you can see how stressful it is for someone like Kixon having to call this game and figure out what's coming next.
Oh, you're the 4 year ball. Bam. Yeah, what if I'm going to go to Chini County?
See the damage inflicted upon G2 now. They've got those 2 safe weapons at least.
So, Naga Jumian, Naga Jumian,
economic support from their teammates. We'll see what G2 can put together here going into the last round, whether it's going to look competitive. It's not too bad. You got 2 MP9s around that scout for Sampaius and those 2 saved M4s. This is what they have.
So you'll be so busy on the tongue in the amber. You got cold machine in the one. Oh, you got some stuff by it. What when we saw you doing it out there? I let us saw. Could look a bit that one.
It's Kiyosuke trying to respond, knowing Hunter is still in the lower tunnels.
Oh, started being a streaming man. From Ludo, custom Ludo, no? You might Ludo. Now I'm phone game. Oh, we need it. These are the loud. There's really the Manunia boat.
But the next point of danger, I think Heavy God's going to play this very slow, very cautiously, very passively as he's waiting for his teammate to arrive on the flank and be in a position where he can build upon anything, where he can work with him in conjunction to try and retake this site.
Monacy straight through the chest of Mattis.
7-5 what? Shame on Hala. Heavy the god. Shall one year do
and he's marching towards the orb. Marching towards Monacy. It's just the timing. Hands were busy with utility, but Monacy given the chance to close it out. And it
Chào
will
mừng
be
đi.
Falcons with the lead heading into the
Opa.
second half. One spot left in the playoffs here at the
Chào mừng
Budapest
đi,
Major.
chiếm rồi
Who
nào
is
mà.
going there? Is it G2 or is it Falcons?
Chứ mình lâu này xì để view vào mà xì bên. Chứ mình lâu rồi nghe nghe gì đó. Bên mấy hoài rồi. Chứ mình số chim chịu là ăn anh tỷ này. Xong bây giờ rồi đấy. Bao nhiêu lên à? Tôi bầu vậy. Chỉ là serious rồi nào. Sao vậy? Thì anh nó vừa đảo luôn thì làm gì? Sao mẹ rồi? Mẹ này, bị vài đảo luôn ya. Dun 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 dun. Update လေးတော့လောက်ထားအောင်ပါဖုန်းလေးပါလည်းဖောက်လို့ရအောင်ဘယ်နဲ့ဆော့ပါလိုက်ကောင်းလား44မှာကျန်တနိုင်လောက်တောင်းပါလားphải hay anh đã nói rồi ai trò cả so vậy mà đúng không so được ai trò cả bà này hôm nay ở đó thì con đến thật tao mà lấy gì vậy nè con là coffee đấy em miền này coffee đấy em số phải được chuyện thì coffee đấy level em số hay vậy bà này mà shut down luôn miền nó là xong bia mà đấy ai trò cả đấy sao xí nó lấy cái có gì để mà nó phải soi ra cái gì để nhặt đó mà này
Former teammates and even a family. But what is on the line is the final spot in the playoffs here at the Budapest Major. Put all by Star Ladder. We have stars all across the board. And right now, it is hard to call. Falcons with a small lead going into the second half of Dust 2. This is what the 2025 season comes down to. Let's find out who is heading into the playoffs, shall we? Let's get into this one more time, Budapest. Falcons on the
update số này bây giờ mà tôi đã số luôn bây giờ mình tôi đã là thế bây giờ không mà thế sao đi collab vào là rồi chỉ được không bà thế mà Russian and Chinese sugar player này rồi không bà 75ဆိုတဲ့အနေထားတော့ရောက်လာပြီเนาะ G2 အနေနဲ့ pistol round တော့နိုင်သွားမယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ဘယ်ကောင်ကောင်းကောင်းတော့ pressure လိုက်ပေးလို့ရတယ်ဗျ
So we break things up back to middle.
Oh, good start from Kicksan.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Goes back again. Not so lucky on the second peak, but at least keeps.
Kicksan ကြီးရအောင်တောင်းတာရအောင်ကြော်စမ်းတောင်းရင်တော့ရှုပ်ကုန်မှာနော်ကြော်တောင်းဖြစ်သွားတယ်
With low HP and just have Kyosuke be the mobile player. Monacy at railing, Nico and CT spawn. And no commitment yet, no decision yet from G2, but I think Nico's going to have to hustle back. Watch out for the drop. There's a jump. There's the drop down. Nico's ready. Monacy is as well.
Yeah, as well.
Handling
the pressure until finally Sampais comes in with the Glock. He needs this. He has the chance, but he just can't commit on Tesses. Is Heavy God alone. 1v4. They know exactly where he is. And they're all swinging him, all fighting him. They're low.
Yeah, careful. Look at the HP. This is very winnable for Heavy God.
Well, that smoke is just kept him back now with a limited time. At least the kill on Tesses. But just look at the amount of ground he has to gain here just to get that bomb back. So Falcons have done a good job here. Heavy God's going to give it a go, but Kyosuke...
တိုက်တယ်ကြည့်တာမနေ့ကျတော့ဘယ်ချိန်အေးရထားတယ်ပုံမှန်အိတ်လို့မရဘူးလေလို့မျိုးတိုင်းပတ်နေရောညနေလောက်မှအိပ်ပြောအဲ့လိုပဲအေးပြတ်တော့အိတ်လို့မရအောင်အေးရ struggle နေခင်းနေအေးရတိုင်းပတ်တော့ဟိုကလာဒီကလူကန်ထားလိုက်ရေသမားလာလိုက်လုံးလုံးဟောင်းလိုက်သစိမ်းကဖြတ်လိုက်အရှိဟာဟိုကဖုန်းဆက်လိုက်ဒီကဖုန်းဆက်လိုက်
Lovely shooting from Monacy. Dishing out headshots, and Kyosuke getting involved in the action as well.
ကျော်ဆက်နေရပြနေရလားဟိုခုနဘွယ်ရှေ့ဟိုဂိမ်းပွဲမှာတော့လည်းတော်ပြောက်နေတယ်ကျော်ဆက်အော်တန်းတော့
You really need a round like this if you're G2. Don't want to let Falcons win the pistol and then just
ဆိုရှုံးသွားတယ်ကျွန်တော်ဒီဘက်မှာ force ပိုင်းလာလိုက်သေးတာစကောက်နဲ့တက်ကနိုင်နှစ်လက်နဲ့ဒီကဲနှစ်လက်နဲ့ဒီဆိုရှုံးသွားလို့အတူထွားနဲ့လာပြီးခြေရတိုင်းကျင်ကိုကြိုးစားတာပဲလွယ်တော့မလွယ်တော့နေထားလို့ပြောမှာဆိုတော့ ကျွန်တော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးဘူးကတော့တော့ကတော့ကုန်ကြနေ41 answer ကောင်လေးတော့ဒီတက်နိုင်နေတော့ဖင်ပြောင်းသွားပြီကောင်းမဲ့ဆက်ကောင်လေးတော့ချက်ရရှိနေပြီပဲအဖြတ်ကိုလည်းသူပြလို့မြောက် pop flat တော်တော်လေးတော့ကဲနေပြီ city မှာ already ရောက်နေတော့ကျွန်တော်ထပ်ပြီးတော့82လာနီကိုသူအားကိုနေမှာထပ်ပြီး race ကလမ်းပြီးတော့ fight နေ heavy ကိုတော့ပြက်ခွဲလိုက်တယ် short close ဆိုတော့ကောင်ထက်ရှိနေဆိုပေမဲ့ close fight တွေမှာဖြစ်တဲ့ Kyosuke နီကိုထက်ရတယ် moss နဲ့နီကိုတော့စုံတက်လာရဖြစ်ပြီးတော့ဒီကဲနဲ့အားရ close ဆိုမှာ Kyosuke နေနောက်တော့ကောင်ထက်ရသွားတာဟာ moss နော်မရတော့ဘူးလို့ရှိပြီဒီနေ့ညမှာဟုတ်ပါကြိုတောင်းတော့ကြောင်တော့ဟုတ်တယ်ဒီလိုလုံးနဲ့နေပါတော့
And it could have got messy, but they stabilize. He's been very, very involved in keeping the attitude, the energy up in this team, screaming with round wins, especially these big rounds. Defensive smoke allows him to scale. Him and Kyosuke are working in tandem to just decimate this hold. In a very dangerous round, Modesty makes a huge mistake getting caught out into the open. And the conversation around Nico with this team, with Modesty now here with them, with Kyosuke with the team, he said he's not 3-star players. He's trying to take more of a leadership role, and it's showing here in this series. And a timeout called from G2.
That bomb plant makes a difference here for G2. It allows them to get into Galil's, and they want to keep this fight going. They could have taken a more conservative approach here, gone for a half-buy, Tech Knights, Kevlar, but instead they realize that they are in a hole right now, and they need to fight their way out of it as quickly as possible. And so they're bringing the Galil's to the fight.
Big risk, huge risk, but why not take it in a like this? When everything is on the line, G2 have shut all in. They feel like this economy is at the perfect position to take a risk like this. But can they come out on top? This might be their major dreams riding on this round.
ဒီတော့ရေးကြည့်တယ်ဂျီရုနေနဲ့လုံးဝရှက်တော့အပိတ်ချခံရမှာဒီတော့သာရှုံးသွားရတော့သွားပြီလေအေကိုဘူစီညူတီနဲ့17ထိပေးရမှာမလဲရန်ဝေးသွားလိုက်မှာ
Waiting out the smoke.
for G2 the airport.
Kyosuke and Kixon move to defend middle. They don't care about the B bomb site. They want to take out this half of the attack first.
Kyosuke going out for a nice double, great control of that M4, but he gets overrun through the window, and G2 into the site with a bomb. A 3v3 required here for Falcons on the retake, and we talk about how important this round is for G2. Can they close it in the
Oh, there, nicely, high, so yeah, she do that.
Get involved in this retake. That's a safe call right out of the gate. You have to back away now, I think.
Sorry, I did that. Boss, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna do it. What the reaction? That's the reaction, man. Oh, the boy is. 变漂了，要耶，变漂了。What the fuck? 面龙马比我比耶。G 啊，你给我变了，接嘛，你怎么3把也得变变？哎呀，S 代那边嘛，别讲变变，都那固定讲那边，我接那讲东西，带明白这个。
And this might just be the moment that keeps G2 going, and it was surprised. You heard Pimp on the desk talking about sometimes Surprise can drop off if the others around him aren't stepping up, but he needs to be the player to now lead the way. And that is a huge moment in this game. Lose that, and G2 were out of money, and Falcons were speeding on Dust 2. Mantis gets the opener. Tess says to respond, and he'll back his way into the pit.
没有有就别开了，哎，好嘛不玩了，冇这波片的呀，不了。哎，我多呢，路易比讲呢，我多开来唔啦，路别人讲我哋唔先下地路的，多先呢。
he's doing a decent job of drawing attention, but Sampaias continues to pick up kills here for G2. Heavy got through the smoke, and that round is the one that gives you that injection of energy that you require if you're G2. You answer back in the follow-up round as well. And there's going to be an eco around the corner here for Falcons. So not only is this 7 rounds for G2, it is very likely going to be an 8th. But m0NESY could spoil that party and spoil that story as Hunter goes down. m0NESY on the scout. Is it going to be another m0NESY moment?
He's read this so well. Came back to short because he knows G2's likely going to drift away considering where they'd been. Now he comes back because he knows the cross is most likely.
Sampaias is low and they don't have a smoke. m0NESY, oh, he's dropped him. Oh, this could rip the heart out of G2.
哎呀，1v3 又လုံးနေပြီနော်။အေးတော်သေးတယ်ခေါင်းသာဖိပြီးသွားရှုပ်ကုန်မယ်။ဆွဲရှုပ်ပြီးဖြစ်ကုန်မယ်။
That needed that kill at G2. Survive a scare.
Heavy God is such a smart player. You see the way he just stutter steps and pauses at the corner? He knows m0NESY's not going to have the information. m0NESY assumes he crosses on that shot. And Heavy God just goes right back. m0NESY catches a glimpse, thinks he crosses, and then he runs back to short. But Heavy God was with a stutter step, able to do tons of damage and put him in a weak position.
Oh, no round is comfortable. None. m0NESY making it real deadly right at the end. Gets himself some extra cash as well. He goes over $3,000 in this save round. So that AWP going to be back in his hands shortly.
You got to love that the ballsy call of G2 to force buy in round 15 actually pays off, and then they're able to capitalize on top of it.
Yeah, and it's relying on the individuals. Sampaias to step up. Hunter and Mattis, a couple of kills between them. They just mow him down. Nice and easy this time from G2. Stabilizing that money.
Yeah, G2 is back now. G2 is back now. G2 is back here, Larry.
Yeah, G2 has disrupted the build-up into momentum, the critical mass that Falcons was trying to hit in order to just steamroll the rest of this half.
Hey, you've seen the light at the end of the tunnel there if you're Falcons. You've seen the pathway to the playoffs.
Yeah, well, it's got a little bit dimmer after this 3-round stretch from G2. A great recovery.
Yeah, it's the light of the Sampaias who's got G2 believing again.
This is back to what we had on Ancient, where both teams going back and forth, blow for blow. So Saul's trying to talk to the guys. We get guns back out for Falcons as well. m0NESY on the AWP. Round 18 is coming in. Kyosuke leading the way. 16 kills for the rookie. In his very first major. Building up into the star that Falcons need him to be.
m0NESY with the ult back, starts holding the long double doors, and he's just going to change position now.
A very quiet round considering the high
we've had in the past few.
Nico playing way more dedicated to middle this time.
But it looks like it's just the calm before the storm, Jason. It's a setup heavy in the tunnels here for G2. Not going to waste time.
Kixon's playing up close at the smoke. This could be so deadly for G2. Break of the smoke. They want to see if anyone's home in halls. Nobody is. Nico drops the Molotov because he wants to maintain his aggressive stance as well. And Falcons, it looks like they want to control middle again. And Nico tells him to stick into the B bomb side because he's seen absolutely nothing.
Oh, they're going to double up at the car?
Oh, Hunter just missed the smoke. Oh, he just completely blew that into B smoke. That was going to be the follow-up fake. Now they can be secure.
Yeah, B1 မှာ B1 မှာငါးကောင်လို့ B1 မှာ၄ကောင်တော့မဟုတ်တော့အကုန်လုံး stack B1 မှာနော်F1 S နဲ့ Kisan တော့ရှိရ Kyosuke ရဲ့ဒေါမှာတော့စောင့်ထားတယ် on ဒေါကိုကားမှာတော်လေးကဲနေဆိုမှ Heavy God နဲ့ Kyosuke တကောင်တော့ထက်ရချက်ချင်းတော့ Mock ကို Tear Trade Heavy God နဲ့ Mock နဲ့နှစ်ကောင်တေးရလိုက်တယ် 3 versus ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒါ full ဆိုနေထား G2 နေဒီကောင်တွေပါလိုက်ရှင်းလိုက်မယ်လေဆိုရင်တော့အစင်းတော့ပြေအောင်မယ်ဒီကောင်တွေပါလိုက်ရှင်းလိုက်မယ်ဆိုရင်ဒီကောင်တွေလက်ထဲမှာ0တောင်းပြနေလေဗိုက်စာလာပြီတောင်းပါလေတော့ရင်းကျန်တယ်နေ့က twin ကြော်လေးစားလိုက်ပြီ
You know, Hunter at the Austin Major gave an interview and said, I know how much it means to Nico to win the Major. I know how much it means to him to perform well at the Major, but something weird keeps happening every time he steps onto these Major stages. Can't even put a word to it, just something odd keeps happening. And it feels like that might be starting again here right now. Kicks in with an opportunity to spray down multiple players, doesn't nearly deal enough damage as he needs. And Falcons has got to be nervous now as G2 has climbed right back in this series.
And you see in that previous round as well when Sampaias wins that 1v2 clutch, it's Nico who does something special, gets those 2 kills that makes an impossible retake suddenly possible again.
Pressure ပြီးလာပြီ Nico နေနဲ့ major win ကိုဒီလောက်မှပဲကြာရှုံးတော့မှာလား
To get G2 the win here.
G2 ဘာမနိုင်ဘူးဆိုတော့ Falcon နေနဲ့ပြောင်းလဲတင်လာကြတာအများကြီးဖြစ်လာပြီဗျ
Get Nico a major when they were playing.
တို့အနေနဲ့ Grand Final လွန်ခဲ့တဲ့ရှေ့ရပွဲမှာတက်ခဲ့တဲ့ဆိုပေမဲ့
He is suddenly an
ဘယ်
obstacle
တော့သားမ
in
လို့
his
လား
way.
နဲ့သားမလားသမင်းကျော်ပါမုံကဟာမနေ့ကတလေးကနေမနေ့စိုးထပြီးတော့တွားရှာသမင်းကျော်တိုင်းလည်းပိတ်တယ်မွန်းငါးဆိုင်လည်းပိတ်တယ်သုံးဆိုင်လည်းပိတ်တယ်ပတိကနေနေဟာအလုံးပိတ်တာတဲ့သူတို့တွေကဟုတ်လေတလေးကနေနေရောပိတ်နေတယ်
It's real fast here from G2. They're playing with momentum. They're
ဟာဟေ့ရဒီ moment တန်ကြီးကဆောင်းကောင်းနေပြီတိုင်းကြီးလို့မရတော့မနေ့စီ off တော့ပါတယ် pistol လေးနေတော့ဒီကနေ့မှစောင့်နေသေးပဲ heavy ကတော့ထက်ရဆိုပဲကျွန်တော်ဒီမှာကျွန်တော်ဆွေးခဲနေတယ်တကောင်မရရပြီကျွန်တော်ဆက်တော့ဘာမှသိမဖြစ်အောင်မနေ့စီတော့ off နဲ့ day ထောက်ထားတယ် red မှာကျွန်တော်ဘူးကသူ့မပြီးဘူးဆိုမှပြီးတဲ့ကောင် matrix ဆိုတော့သူပြခွဲလိုက်တယ် 2v2 ဆိုတဲ့အနေထားမှာစမှုထဲမှာကျွန်တော်တကောင်ရှိနေတယ်အဲ့ဒါ57နဲ့ win သိန်းမနေ့စီကိုကျွန်တော်ဖြတ်လို့မရဘူးဖြစ်နေတယ်တိုင်ပတ်နေမနေ့စီချက်ပြက်လွဲသွားဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်စဖြတ်ပြီမော်နယ်စီ mob ဆိုတဲ့ချက်တဲ့သေဆိုတော့57နဲ့ kids စမှုထဲမှာရှိတော့တယ်
King kicks him, win it on the 5-7. It's going to be so
လုံးဝမရတော့ဘူးမလွဲတော့ရမ်းခတ်သွားတယ်တေးလေးကိုဆို stress တွေယူခါသွားမှာတစ်ဖက်တော့လေးစားကျင်တာပြောင်းမှုနဲ့အော်အဲ့ဒါလေးကိုရီလိုင်းစင်းဦးနာမှာတစ်ဖက်တော့ပြောင်းမှုနဲ့ရှိတယ်အဲ့ဘက်ဘလောက်စောကောင်းလဲဆိုအဲ့ဘက်စိုက်ဖွက်ပြီးတက်နိုင်နေရတယ်ကုန်တယ်ဟာ तू အထုတ်လိုက်လာနော်သူများရဲ့လိုလေမီးဖို့လေးနဲ့အဲ့လိုလောက်ကြတော့မလို့သိမြန်တာဘာလို့သိလားဒီဘက်တစ်ဖက်တော့အားလေဝေးသီးတော့မှာပါတယ်ဝေးသီးတော့မှာထည့်ပေးတာသင်္ကန်းဆက်လေးရှယ်ပဲမအီဘူးကိုတော်တော်တစ်ဖက်တော့တည်းအီတယ်ဂိုးကြီးတောင်းလေးနဲ့ဒင်းသီးထည့်ပေးတာဝေးသီးမထည့်ဘူးဝေးသီးတောင်းပို့ထည့်ပေးတယ်ဝေးသီးတောင်းပို့ထည့်ပေးတယ်အဲ့ဘက်အော်ဒါပါမှာတယ်သိများတာအမမလောက်တရားမဲ့ဟိုလေအဲ့လေးတစ်လုံးနဲ့ဖက်သူလာဖက်သူတိတ်မီအောင်ပြန်လာမင်းနဲ့ကုန်မမီဘူးမြန်မာတာ
goes for the shot, gets off the angle, caught by
ငယ်တော့ဂိမ်းဆိုင်မှာ CS combat ဆိုတနိုင်200ပေးဆော့လာဟာဟုတ်လား
It's a shot down onto Hunter in the lower tunnels.
ဟုတ်တယ်ခွေးတဲ့တော့အဲ့ဒါခဲရဆိုအမေတော့ဘောတယ်
The double up switch works effectively. And now switching back over to the B bomb.
45ဆိုနေတာအဲ့ဒါတော့စောစီရှောနေတယ်ဒီကလေးနဲ့ရောက်ကြိုးစားတယ်အော်ခီယောစုက off လေးချက်ဖြတ်လွဲသွားမွန်စီ off နဲ့ပဲပြီးတော့မစီ off ကလောင်းပြောတရထောက်တယ်ပိတ်ထားတယ်
Maybe just a little bit surprised. Tess is inside the A bomb site. Nico
ဒီ
coming
တော့
over
စောင့်
in
မြန်းမိုက်နေ
support.
ချင်းပုံပုံတော့လားဘယ်နာလဲပြောလေအခုဒီတင်ကန်းညုံမှာတင်ကန်းညုံမှာအခုလေနေမှာကိုတော့စော့ပုံမှာဒီကတောင်းဝဲစီတော့လည်းဟိုင်မှာစားတာငနီတူလေးနဲ့ရှက်ဟုတ်တယ်မဟုတ်ဘူးအခုဟိုဘဲရကြတော့ငနီတူမဟုတ်ဘူးဒီအဲ့ဒါပါငန်ကိုရှက်ပါငားလည်းနေမှာငါ6ဒီပေါင်းတုတ်တော့တုတ်တယ်ဟာအဲ့ငါ6ကတုတ်စားလို့ရနေမှာငါ6လေစောင်းစားလို့ကောင်းတော့ငနီတူတဲ့စားငါ6လေးကပိုမိုက်တယ်လို့ခံစားဟာဓာတ်ရဲ့ကြီးဒီကိုနေနေတော့မထင်တော့အန်ကယ်ကနေပဲပြန်လုပ်ပြနေတာ
And Tessa is still yet to reveal his position.
အော်မွန်စီကလည်းလုံးဝပေးမပြတ်ဘူးအော်ဟျောက်ရေးဒီကွာပြန်လုပ်ပေးသွားဟုတ်ကဲ့ဘောလေးနဲ့ဟုတ်ပါဟုတ်ကဲ့ဘောအမတရားချက်ဆန်လာတယ်
A double kill, a critical double kill and a heavy attack. He was doing it on Ancient, he was delivering on Inferno, and still on Dust 2, he's providing the impact necessary to keep Falcons in this game. The dream of the playoffs looms right around the corner. 3 rounds.
ငါကျင်နေဟာဘာကြီးလဲလူရှိစကနဲ့နိုးလာပြီလားတညပြောင်းလို့ပဲတဲ့မက်ဆီဒီဖန်သူသိနိုင်နေသူဆိုင်ဘဖွင့်ဟောလက်
Find some stopping power. You needed to put an end to that before it rolled over the top of you.
လူကလည်းဘယ်ရောက်ကုန်အိတ်ကုန်လား
Final timeout now, and what we've seen in these timeouts throughout this half has been G2 slowing it down more out of these timeouts. They've been playing with pace. Hunter's called some very good changes of the momentum of the speed that he's utilizing. Out of these timeouts, we've normally seen them shift to a little bit more cautiously.
ဗီဒီယိုလုပ်ပေးပါလားချိုးဟာရကတဲ့ကွယ်ဘူးဟော
They know about it now.
ဘယ်ရောက်ဘာလို့ခေါ်လဲဆိုတော့ဟာအဲ့ကိုကဲမှာရှာရမီနီမက်တောင်ရှိတယ်ဘယ်တော့မီနီမက်လေးဆိုအဲ့မှာကြည့်ရပိုးလွယ်မှထင်တယ်
They don't have that opportunity now. The element of surprise is gone for the
ဒီ
Falcons.
ဗီဒီယိုနဲ့ဟဲ့တယ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့ဟုတ်ကဲ့
We'll see if that
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ဒီမဲ့ပွဲရကြည့်လို့ကောင်းဆုံးပါလေ entertainment ဖြစ်ဆုံး hype hype ရတော့ပွဲပေါ့
They'd be able to have a shot at a rebuttal.
ကြည့်လို့ကောင်းဆုံးဒါပေမဲ့ဟိုတခုတည်းတော့မတူဘူးပေါ့လေအကောင်းဆုံးကြည့်ခဲ့ဘူးတဲ့ပွဲတွေဟိုတဲ့ဘာညာလဲဆိုတော့ဒီတော့ကတော့အဲ့လို CS ကိုကြည့်ရဆိုပေမဲ့လည်းနည်းနည်းပပကြည့်မှာ live ကြည့်ရတဲ့ highlight ကြည့်ရများအဲ့နဲ့ live ကြည့်ရဆိုတဲ့ပွဲမမရ twist က face နဲ့ Navi နဲ့ grand final ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါကြီးက what the fuck ကြီးဖြစ်သွားတယ် face ရဲ့လုတ်ပုံပေါ့နော်ဇိုင်လိုဝါနဲ့ခုံဆင်းပြီးတော့ sam ဟိုဝါကိုတက်တယ် electronic ကိုတက်ပြီးတော့ SCY ကိုတက်ပြီးတော့ site ထဲဝင်သွားတယ်အဲ့ဒါနောက်ဆုံးဆောင်ရဲရေးကြည့်ရ round အဲ့ဒီဖိမှပြောင်းသွား အဲ့ရှိမှာကြတော့ကြည့်လို့ကောင်းတာ Stewie 2K ရဲ့ V-side Inferno defensive off ပေါ့နော်။အားသမျှကုန်လို့ရိုက်ခွဲသွားပြီးတော့အချိန်ကုန်သွားတယ်အချိန်ကုန်သွားပြီးတော့ခေါင်းရှုံးသွားတယ် Brain တို့ face အဲ့တော့ face ရဲ့ prime time လို့ပြောလို့ရမှာ။ type ချက်ဟုတ်ပါကိုလေးစောင့်နေမြန်မာလူပဲခေါ်တာ။အော်ကိုလေးဟိုလိုမခေါ်ဝါအဲ့လိုခေါ်ပါဟဲ့ဆောင်းမွန်နစီကိုမနိုင်တော့ဘူးဖင်းပြောင်းနေပြီဒီကောင်းနေမွန်နစီကတော့ play off ကိုတက်ဖို့အတွက် तू ကလုံးဝအကောင်းဆုံးကြိုးစားပြီးခဲ့နေတယ်ဗျာပြောစုခဲ့တော့အဲ့လိုမဟုတ်ဘူးမွန်နစီအသေးကြိုးစားပြီးခဲ့တာရအချိန်က35 second ဟာရပြောစုခဲ့လွဲတာသေးဟာရခုမှထိနှုတ်စကောဟာရောက်ရေးဝင်လာတော့မှထိတိုးသေးတယ်လူကြီးတို့ပွဲတယ်final မျိုးပြောတာပဲ grand final မျိုးကတော့ S2 2K ရဲ့ off နဲ့ defense သွားတဲ့ဟာရယ်ဟိုကလည်း grand final ပဲ face center ပြရတယ်
Kixon makes a smart play as well, pushing it upper tunnels, letting him know
face center ပြအဲ့ဒါရှိတယ်
that it's all coming from middle. Only one place to pay attention.
ခုနောက်ပိုင်းမှာဆိုတော့ Monesi နဲ့ Zai နဲ့တွေ့တယ်ဟိုဟာရှိတယ်ပိုင်နေတဲ့ပွဲရှိအဲ့ဒါရယ်ဘူဘူလူ Fury ရပွဲရယ်
force up everything yet again. And it's Kyosuke.
နင်တို့ကလည်းအဲ့ဒါဘောနှကောင်ပဲရှိအခုမလူရိုက်ပေါ်လာမှအဲ့နှကောင်ဖင်ပြောင်းနေရော
This story's all about Nico.
အဲ့ဘယ်တော့တော့ပြီးတော့သူ17ရက်နေကြလာမယ်ဒီပါလား17ရက်နေကြရင် Fury separate flag ကိုအကုန်လာမှာဒါပေမဲ့နှစ်ပွဲရင်လာမှာပေါ့နော်ဘယ်သူလာမလဲနှစ်ပွဲ၄တင်ပေါ့ကလေးနှစ်ကောင်အသေးကယ်ရီရဟေးဟုတ်ပါကလေးနှစ်ကောင်အသေးကယ်ရီတို့ဒီကောင်တွေ play off ကိုရောက်တော့မှာဒီရွတ်လိုက်တော့ပြမေးကြတော့ဟုတ်ပါကျုပ်ကအော်ဆိုရှော့ခန်းလို့ပြေးနေတာနီးကပ်ပဲတော့မယ်ဘယ်လိုပြမှာလဲရမှာဒီဖက်ကိုရှူတော့ရသွားပိုင်နေအားကျန်တာအဲ့တိတ်မကောင်းပါပိုင်တယ်နေထက်ရလေကျန်အောင် CS2 မှာဝိုက်တဲ့လေပိုင်တယ်နေထက်ရလေဆိုတော့ဘန်ကတ်ဆက်ပြီးတော့ Christmas ကတ်တို့ Shiva ကတ်တို့နဲ့မာအောင်လေအဲ့လွဲလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့မှာ damage ချက်တဲ့တီကို device နဲ့ကြောက်လောက်တော့ထဲမှာရလုံးနေလိုက်ဘိုက်တန်တဲရတယ်အာရောက်ရေး wanna see နေနေတော့တကယ်ပြတ်တာနော်ကျစင်ရောက်ရေး wanna see ကဲပြီးချက်ဟောရုံ no scope ကိုမခေါ်ပြီးတော့ပြပြတယ် wanna see what the fuck wanna see ပုံညောင်းတေးရိုက်တာပုံညောင်းနဲ့ခေါ်ပြီးတော့ cross movement play mirage ဟုတ်တယ်Rob က movement အကောင်းဆုံး player လေ movement အကောင်းဆုံး movement ကောင်းတယ်လမ်းလျှောက်တယ်မြင်လာပြောမှာဒီနားမှာတွေ့ဟိုနားကပျောက်ဟိုနားနေဒီနားကိုရောက်လာဒီနားဟိုနားနေဒီနားအဲ့လိုစောက်ဝဲမြင်တယ် Rob ကဟက်ကာလို့တော့ခေါ်တာ Rob ကပေါ်ချင်းတော့ဟက်ကာပဲအဲ့ဆို movement ဘုန်းကြီးဇာတ်ကတော့ဟောပြောလင်းလာတာဖုန်းကြောက်အောင်နေပြီဖုန်းကြောက်သေးအောင်နေပြီဟင်းပေါင်းစားဖို့ပြင်လာလိုက်တော့ဟာဟဲ့ဖုန်းကြောက်သေးအောင်လာမှာ G2 ကတော့ကြံခဲ့ရတော့မှထင်တယ်မင်းမလည်းအသေးလိုက်လောက်ခံလိုက်ရတယ်ဟိုလိုဒီလိုနဲ့
But now that you have this chance, two
chances. Give it Gကွေးတယ်လားဝက်လက်ဝက်လက်ဒီတဲ့ G ကွေးရှော
The adrenaline needs to calm down.
Okay. ဘယ်ကောင်ဖန်လာလာပြောနဲ့သားဟာလာကိုဘင်းကိုလာတက်ဒီပြရှင်တဲ့ idea ဝယ်လို့ရလားဟုတ်သူအဲ့ idea ကြတော့ဆက်မရလား idea ဆက်လား
To clear around the corner will sell it. This is the one rifle hunters
မွန်နစီကိုအဲ့လိုမလုံနဲ့ flick တွေက oh my god ဟိုလိုဒီလိုဟန်တာလေးမပြီးတော့ထင်နေဆိုနေတာမွန်နစီနဲ့အပေါ်ကလော်တင်လိုက်တာဖလစ်တာကျွတ်စီနောက်ဆုံး round တော့ဟဲ့လေ CD စပိုးမှာရအော်ပြီးတက်လက်ရန်ခွေးဖြစ်နေ CD စပွန်လာခဲ့ပါ bro မွန်နစီရတော် on fire ဝိုင်းများတော့မွန်နစီကြောက်တက်သွားလေအော့ကမွန်နစီကြောက်လုံးဝ 100% မွန်နစီနဲ့ခေါ်စုခဲ့ကြောက်တက်သွားခေါ်စုခဲ့လေအသေးရိုက်တာ
once was pulling off plays like that for them
ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော် don't လုပ် player don't dominate လုပ်ဒါကို dominate လုပ်မယ်ဘာညာရှောက်ပြမယ်ဒီချိန်မှာတော်တော်လေးကျောစုကဲတော့သူ့ format တိုင်းပဲပြစ်နေတယ်ပဲကျောစုကဲ Monesi နှစ်ကောင်ထပ်ပြီးတော့ရထားသေးတယ် oh my god ဘဲပြီးတော့ထပ်ပြစ်တယ် Monesi တောက်လျှောက်ထပ်လွဲနေဆို Monesi နဲ့ flip ကိုတောက်လျှောက်ကျိုးသွားနေပဲ hash shot ပေါက်ဆိုသိချင်မယ်ပဲတကယ်တော့ကားဘက်မှာရောက်နေဘဲတော့သူလုံးဝမသိလိုက်ဘူးကားဘက်ကလှဲပြီးတော့ heavy ကိုပြစ်ခွဲတယ် heavy ကိုပြစ်ခွဲလိုက်ဆိုမှနီကိုချက်ချင်းတော့ 10 trade 1v2 sunfire no scope no die bro Monesi နေနဲ့အသေးအော်မိကြိုက်ခွဲဝိုင်းနေပဲကျွန်တော် play off ကိုတော့တက်ရောက်သွားပြီပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်ကျေးဇူးအများကြီးတင်ပါတယ်နောက်17ရက်နေကြရင်တော့ major ဒီနေ့ရဲ့ the last major Starletter ရဲ့ play off ပုံစောရမှာရှစ်သင်းစောရမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ရှစ်သင်းမှာတော့ကျွန်တော် separate ရဲ့ vitality ရဲ့ mouse ရဲ့ furia ရဲ့ falcon ရဲ့ face ရဲ့ navi ရဲ့အကုန်ကြိတ်ကြတော့မယ်နော်မွန်ကိုရဲ့သေစောရပြီဗျဆိုတော့ဒီ6သင်းကတော့ဒီရှစ်သင်းကတော့ကျွန်တော်တစ်နေ့ကိုနှစ်ပွဲထိစော့ပြီး၄သင်းတစ်နေ့နှစ်ပွဲစော့မှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်လူသမားတွေစော့နေကြတာလားဟုတ်တယ်လူသမားတွေဘုန်းကြောင့်လူတွေလို့တင်ရခဲ့တာသိအဲ့ကောင်ဟိုပွဲဖက်နေတာတူတဲ့တစ်ထောင်နိုင်နေတယ်ဟာမိုက်တယ်ဘာလို့နားဝိုင်းတာဘာလို့ရှိတယ်ဟိုမှာပြီးမှာဒီတပည့်ဒေါနာမှာဖင်ရဘယ်နာ round မှမသိဟုတ်ပါအော် lotus on နဲ့ပြေးခံတယ်ဘုန်းကြောင့်လည်းပြန်ပြီး nice day ဟုတ်တယ်ဟောအောင်ပြီးတယ်ဘာလို့သူကပဲရှော်တယ်မဟုတ်မေးကြပါဆိုမှာမဟုတ်မေးကြမဟုတ်ဟေးဟာကဲဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ play off မှာတက်ရောက်မဲ့အသင်းဒါ 3Z နဲ့တက်သွားတယ် Sprint နဲ့ Furia 3-1 နဲ့တက်တယ်ဆရာသမား Vitality ကျွန်တော်ဒီဘက်မှာ Mouse ကျွန်တော် Mongo ပေါ့နော်ကျွန်တော် Navi Face အောင်ဆိုတော့တကယ်မှထိပ်သီး8တင် top 8ကတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒါ play off ကိုတက်ရောက်သွားဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်လည်းကြာမှာကျွန်တော်ခဏနေမှာပဲစင်းတွေထွက်မယ်ထင်တယ်ဒီမှာကျွန်တော်တပွဲဆော့မယ်တရက်ကျွန်တော်တပွဲဆော့မယ် Thursdayဝဲဆော့မယ်ကျွန်တော်ဒီမှာ Friday နဲ့ပြီးရင်ကျွန်တော်ဒါဒီမှာတဝဲတောက်ဆော့မယ်ဒီမှာ1ရက်ဆော့မယ်1 2 3 4 5 5ရက်ဆိုရင်17ခွဲ best of 5ပထမဆုံး best of 5 grand final ငုံမယ်ကျန်နေရတယ်ဆော့ဖင်ပြမရမှာဆော့ရင်ကြသေးတယ်ဟာပြမရဘူးဘလို့လဲပြသောက်ပွဲဖြစ်သွားပြီရီယာနာဗီနဲ့ရှော့တယ်
We all gotta breathe right now. That was stressful and intense. But what a cinema match. And Falcons the last team.
Hey.
Nico, you guys did it. And I can see it in your faces. Like you were so stressed. Nico, you shouted behind.
ပြောရတဲ့သင်းများတော့ liquid derivation paint bait imperial passion UA 3 message G2 တို့သာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာ face က stage 1ကနေပြီးတော့ dog shot stage 2ကိုလည်းကြော်တယ် stage 3ကိုပါကြော်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တက်ရောက်သွားတာဖြစ်ပြီး face နေတော့တော်တော်လေး dead horse ဖြစ်နေ face ပဲကျွန်တော်အောက်ဆုံးကနေတက်လာပြီးတော့အကုန်လုံးတိမ်သွားမလား Jacob performance ပါညာနဲ့ပေါ့နော်ဆိုတော့တော့ပါပဲငကင်းမြင်ပြီးတက်တာဆိုလို့တဲ့ပြီးပဲဒါပဲပြပါပြပဲရမှာပြီးတော့ကိုပြီးတော့ lower bracket တော့မရှိဘူး lower bracket မရှိဘူးရှုံးရင်ပြုတ်ပဲ playoff က stage ပေါ်မှာဆော့ရမယ် arena ကြီးနဲ့ဟိုပြပါမယ်2019တုန်းက Starletter arena ကြီးက winner နဲ့ rocker guitar player တွေကအပေါ်ကနေပြီးတော့ share ယူရမှန်ကန် rock guitar လို့ပဲမှန်ကန်တီးခတ်ပြီးတော့ဝင်တာအလံကြီးတွေနဲ့ပါညာဒါဒီတခါလည်းဘယ်လိုလာမလဲမသိဘူးသိလားဟိုပြမယ်အခုတော့ Starletter 2025 version ဖြစ်သွားပြီပေါ့နော်အဲတော့ဝင်တဲ့ပုံစံတွေကဆောင်ရွက်လန်းတယ်2019ဘောလီမေဂျာဟာလားအဲ့တော့ Guardian တော့ထားပါတော့ဝင်တာပြမှာဆောက်ပေါ်နော် machine လို့ sponge တို့တော့ဟိုဟာပဲရှိသေးတယ် analyst နေရပါပဲရှိသေးတယ်အားချောင်းနဲ့ဒီလိုမျိုးတွေလာဒီလို arena ကြီးပဲလာမှာလို arena ကြီးပဲလာမှာဒါတော့သိရမလားကမ္ဘာအောင်မြင်ဆုံးအသင်းရတဲ့ဒီ major ပေါ့နော်ဒါမတည့်ရနော်စောက်ရမိုက်ပါအဲ့လိုမျိုးလာမှာသိကြဘူးကြီးလျှော့ပဲဗျာသုံးဖို့လိုတဲ့ဖိုင်နဲ့ဒီလိုပဲကျန်နေတာဟဲ့ဘာလို့ဒီရက်စဖို့မပေးရခံစားလိုက်ရတယ်လူကဘရကတော့ဟုတ်တယ်အဲ့ဆာ LCB ဟလား LCB ကဒါ Starletter မှာဒုတိယမြောက် play off တက်တာပြောသွားတယ်အလူတို့ပါတော့ဟုတ်လား easy for us ပေါ်တဲ့ချိန် let's see B bro လူ area aura လိုပဲအဲ့တော့ S ကဒါ renegades TGS ကတည်းကလာတာဟာ TGS ဆိုတာရုပ်ကြည့် energy ဟိုမှာဟိုကတော့ဗာလဲ SpeXtres CS ဒါ fight တယ်လက်ဒီ Apex တို့ဒါထပ်ပြီးတော့ Starlet တာဒုတိယကျမှ bike ဘူးတွေ့လား bike ဘူးတွေ့လားဒီမှာလူတက်လို့မရ bike ဘူးသိထဲလားဆိုင်ဦး ground area ပဲ coach ကအဲ့ဒါအဖန်ကကျွတ်စီစန်ကြီးတို့အမတိတ်တိတ်လေဥတော်ဒီကောင်တွေကမတက်ခေါ်စောက်ရမ်းကြမ်းအဲ coach ကအခုအဖန်က coach က Perivation coach ဟို tester nitro တို့အမ twist တို့ liquid ဒီနာဗီဟဲ့အောင်ရေးစင်ပဲရုပ်တယ်နော်သူကအခုတော့ဆရာသမားတာရ3ရောက်နေသိထဲ့တာစင်ပဲဘုံမစ်နဲ့လေဟဲ့အောင် goat တွေရောက်ရေးအမသိထဲ့တဲ့ goat တွေအဲ့ဒါရဟာတာကြီးပေါ်မှာဘုံပလက်နေတယ်အောက်မှာထက်ပလန်လာတာပေါက်သွားတယ်တော့စေးအဲ့ဒါကြီးပါထဲတာဘယ်ကလေးကအောက်မှာဟိုနဲ့ဒီကွာတာမှာလည်းပြုတ်သွားတာဒူအဲ့ဒီမှာတရား entrance ကတာအဲ့ဆောင်းရမိုက်ပါတော့ဒီလေးလေလာနေတယ်လက်စီဘီကုန်းအောင်လဲစောနေပါကုန်းအောင်လဲစောပြောပါဘုသောတဲ့တော့တော့ဟာကိုဗီဇာပြမယ်အဲ့တော့ကိုအခုဖဲကွန်ကိုချတာဟုတ်တယ်လေဇုံးနေလေအဲ့ကြောင့်ဂုတ်ကိုရှလို့ခေါ်တာဗီဇာ9လုံးအဆုံးမပြကြည့်ပါလားကိုဗီဖြစ်ခင်ပစ်ကြီးရတယ်ဟုတ်တယ်ဒါ Valorant နေပါမထွက်သေးဘူးနော်ဒါပထမဆုံးပွဲမို့လို့လူနေတာဘလို့ဟောလန်ကြီးနေထွက်လာအထန်ကြီးတယ်ဒီမှာအဆော
18 maps in a row in major playoffs
ဟာ device ဘလို့ပြစ်လဲပြရမှာလားစောတက်ပေါ့ပါလို့တိတ်ထဲတာအဖန်ကားဆို device ဟုတ်လားဒီဘယ်စရိတ်မှာထွက်ဟာ grab ဘိုင်နေဘလို့ရှိုးလာအောင်ဂုတ်တွေယူရမှာဂုတ်တွေမပါဘူးတပိုက်အသေးပြစ်တာနော် major MVP ကိုသိလားအသေးပြစ်တယ်ဆိုသိလိုက်တော့ major MVP ဆိုရင်တော့James Sanji Hobbit တွေပါဟုတ်တယ် Adrian Bester ပဲဟုတ်ပြီမို့ကက်ကက်
And if you can't get out of that bomb site in the post plan on the T side, especially with the man disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a hard victory when you get in there and you're like, yeah, got the bomb site, the bomb is down, but we're not holding long, we're not holding catwalk, and now we're just actually in a permanent crossfire. Kicker gets the kill, but Device is quick to return as Sanji wanted to make his way around.
They don't go balloon, coach lonely. There's all against a real share.
Device knows there was one more on catwalk. He knows there's a lot of presence at long. He cannot hold on to the A site, so rotates towards mid, and they might throw a few more bodies at retaking middle, because they're about to lose this A bomb site. There's one smoke on Buster, not enough for the cross, so it's going to have to be improvised. It might be a fighting cross, and Dupree's got an AWP.
The Device just heard James running back. He's now sneaking in over at long.
No one's watching it.
And James just came from there. I mean, now he's thinking about it. He's looking for it. Paranoid, but you know, someone is out to get him, so...
Someone needs to get there right now. Device is going to have the angle with an AWP. This is a disaster. James going to go down here, and now, once again, Avantgarde they have nowhere to go. They must kill Device. Double flash. Close to the smoke, right around the edge. He knows the AK is there. Oh, what a flick!
Major MVP
He's got another angle now into the bomb site, and Device is just raining down death. What a problem. Restricting where Avantgarde can play. And they're all gonna fall. Device again with the deagle. 4 kills. He does go down. And Kicker needs headshots. They're just not there.
Device လည်းဖွင့်ပေးလိုက်ကြိုက်လား။ဟောချိပိုက်တဲ့ကရှာမတွေ့ပါဘူးစစ်နိုင်တယ်ပို့ဆိုနေမှာပေါ့။ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါ။
It's a bit sketchy for Glaive. Turns around thanks to the footsteps in lower dark. Another flashbang coming in. Certainly.
3 round နိုင်မို့နော်16 round နိုင်
Triple kill for
kind of evidence. I don't know what we can really say. 22-7 for Device on his birthday in a grand finals, 2 rounds away from winning it. It's outrageous.
အဲ့ကဲတော့က CS ပြန်ဂိုးလို့သိပ်ဖြတ်မှန်ခိုင်းလို့ရတယ်။သိပ်မှန်လို့ခိုင်းလို့ရတယ်။ Go ပဲဟုတ်လား
I think we can keep guessing as much as we want, but until they show us, we're not going to know how they can make this work.
လည်းတော့ Device ဆောက်မကန်တော့ဘော
So it seems like
Well, most of the time, yeah. Well,
that's not always going to do it.
The way they fill it, they fill it out. They get out.
Doing with sort of 2 backed up in that A corner, and instead, it looks like.
That may have been UI of a mic. You know, CS:GO UI. How develop camera?
It seems absolutely cruel. Up on the box and Dupree, probably going to be checking this corner right away. He's thinking about it, and there's the immediate peek and the shutdown, and might as well save.
That's a
Sip over at long, waiting for a trend. Them in that fight too.
I mean, Astralis, they only hit that.
Tomorrow, Babu, I'm brother.
They were just so convinced they were going to find
that.
The guy close up, who's not even clearing the boost, peaks first. He's the first person to get shot at, and then the real peak comes in.
A bit better, and Device and in a row to try and get into.
And he doesn't know where to look, doesn't know what to pay attention. A missed shot, and he's gone. And Astralis delivering the final uppercut to knock out Avantgarde.
You can't miss anything if you want to even have a chance here. Sanji rushing up through upper dunk. Dupree is ready to take him down. And now there's no more retake from that side. It's Buster in a
They get a dip here.
An impossible retake by any standards. Device will take down Buster, leaving a trend in a 1 versus 4. And ladies and gentlemen, they've done it for the 4th time. Astralis win the major in Berlin.
4th time overall, 3 total in a row. They have just re-established dominance.
Back to back, no? 3 လုံးအပြတ်ယူတာ Major ဆို Australis ပဲတိတ်မလားရှုပ်လို့ဟာရောကောင်းကြီးကလေးတယ်
What a statement from Astralis.
ဘိုက်ကပြန်ဆော့မလားဆော့လိုက်တဲ့တိုင်းဘိုက်ကဘိုက်ကတယ်
I'm guessing family somewhere. I can hardly believe it. 16-5, 16-6 on the first map. One of the most dominant grand final victories we've ever seen in a major.
ဒီကေတက်အယူကြီးကြတာပုံများမဟုတ်အေးတော့ SC ဆိုရကဟိုလေဒီကွိုင်ဟိုလောက်တာလူကိုင်ရှော့တာလွယ်တယ်ကြရတာအဲ့ဒါကြိုင်တယ်
Taking out the semi-finals as well, and here into the grand finals, they have been absolutely dominant, and they finally looked it. We wanted attitude out of this Astralis team when they were so dominant last year, and we've seen them now start to have that, start to take umbrage at some of the interviews being given, start to get pissed off when they are doubted. And this is the result of that.
တိတ်မစော့သေးပါရတယ်ဦးရတယ်ဖို့တယ်ဟာဘယ်လိုစော့ဘောကတော့ဘူးမသိမှတ်ပါတယ်အဲ့ဒါကောင်မြင်မကြီးတက်ပြီးထွက်လာမေးကြနော်ဒီလည်းပြုံးတာတော့ပဲပေါက်တယ်ဟုတ်ကိုရှာဒီကရှယ်တူမှာ
Having a great time with the fans who follow them. It seems everywhere around the world, a great portion of them. What a team this is, and what a legendary lineup.
That legendary lineup ပဲလေရတော့ဒီလိုမျိုးထပ်မရှိတော့ဒီမျိုးလည်းဘယ်တော့မှတက်ရှိလာမှာမဟုတ်တော့ back to back 3 round အောင်3လုံးအောင်ဒီမဲ့ထပ်မရှိလာတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးဘယ်တော့မှပြန်မမြင်ရတော့ဘူးเนาะဒီကလေးရကတော့ Yeah, sorry, what the fuck? bro တယ်မရဆိုတာသူသလားမဲသလားတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးဘာလို့ရှိနေရလဲအိတ်တော့လေပင်ရနေတယ်ကဲဘောရာတို့တက်တာလောက်ပါပဲကိုပြချင်တာအဲ့ဒါတော့မဟုတ်ပါဘူး player address တွေလှရတယ်ဘာညာတွေပြချင်တာပါငယ်လေးစမူးကြီးတို့ machine တို့ရုပ်ကိုကြည့်ငယ်လေးဒီကောင်က preparation coach ပဲ
pre-match
Just,
it bodes well to say it one more time has been a turnaround
တိရိုက်တာနော်ကဲဥမနဲ့ဒီမှာကိုနိုင်ပါနာဗီဇူးဆိုပြောတာလေဩအဲအောင်မေးတာပြင်းမေးတာပြင်းလာအမြဲရနေတာအဲတော့အဲ့ဆိုပဲဘာဟုတ်တယ်ဟောမြဲရနေပြေးစရာကြီးသိထဲ့တာလေအသေးထဲ့တာဒါကြီးပဲတခါလဲဒီကောင်နေပဲအဲ့မဲ့မရှုံးတော့မဟုတ်ပါဘူးရှုံးတာတွေအမြဲခဏရှိပါရှုံးတာတွေဆိုတော့လွဲရှုံးနေပြီဒါကိုနိုင်ပါတက်တာပါအခုတော့ကျုံလို့ဝင်ကြွားကြုံကြွားလေတက်တာပါကျေးဇူးများတင်ပါတယ်ဒါကြည့်ပဲလို့ကြုံကြွားလေဆိုတော့ playoff တွေမထွက်သေးဘူးเนาะတက်တာ